The Upper St. Clair School District and the WPIAL promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the Panthers, Highlanders, and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments, or any other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated.
He is in. Dante Corey. Good night, Julian Dallum. Nico D'Orazio with another touchdown. He's in the end zone. Ethan Hellman. That's Dante Corey. That's going to be a Panther touchdown. Oh, this is unbelievable. The floodgates have gone wide open for the Panthers.
That was an incredible one.
There he goes. Wow. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Nobody's catching him.
Upper St. Clair ranks as one of Pennsylvania's top school districts. In addition to rigorous academic offerings, students have endless opportunities to explore and excel in music, the arts, robotics, world language, and athletics. All of the district's 6 schools have been recognized as National Blue Ribbon Schools with 13 total awards. Unity, success, and character are the primary pillars of the Upper St. Clair school community.
And you can see down on the field, they're celebrating youth night here. They got the youth cheerleaders, the youth football players. They're going to use the all the tunnel and the pyrotechnics and everything to grab some excitement for the community, for all the youth. I think it's an awesome thing they do, and it really does provide some excitement down there. Plus, the kids can make some noise during games, so it's nice to augment your crowd. We've talked a little bit already in the broadcast about the records of these two teams, but as we look at it, again, it looks to be what is very likely to be a pretty big mismatch on paper. The Panthers have ran the table and done so in fairly emphatic fashion, other than the Bethel Park game, which was a come-from-behind, really thrilling football game. But I thought the Panthers left some points on the board in the first half. The Panthers have really run through the schedule and done so emphatically with a lot of fairly lopsided wins and some lopsided scores as well. Baldwin's really been the opposite story. They have struggled mightily. They played some reasonably close games early on, and then the dam really broke. They've probably had some injuries, and they don't have a huge traveling roster. They are a similar size school as St. Clair, and so if you look at their the scores of their conference games, it's not been pretty. This is a very, very tough conference, and if you start to struggle, you're going to lose and lose fairly badly. So that's sort of what we have seen from these teams, which is why I'm suggesting you may have a little bit of a lopsided loss tonight. So as I just talked about, if you look at the scores, and frankly, I feel like Coach Junko was kind in some of these games. So some of the scores don't look quite as lopsided as maybe they were. Obviously, the Peters, South Fayette, and Bethel matches were all excellent games. But again, the Panthers led comfortably late in all of those other than Bethel Park. So again, very impressive stuff, 9-0, 4-0, and an undefeated conference championship for the Panthers. Just really an incredible season. All right, so as you see the young Panthers come through the tunnel and get out on the field, we are going to send it down to Lily Peters on the sideline for her report. Lily, take it away.
Yeah, Gavin, it is the last regular home season game here tonight at Panther Stadium. Now, Upper St. Clair, they have yet to lose a game this season, but I spoke to head coach Mike Junko, and he is making sure his Panthers stay grounded. He told me, my message to my team is simple as this. We're a good team, but what do we have to do in order to be a great team? What do we have to do to get to that next level? Because if you're happy with the way we're playing now, we are not going to make it to that conference championship. Now, speaking of conference championship, that has been the main goal for Upper St. Clair since the beginning of the season. But now, since they're potentially going into that postseason with no losses under their belts, it is a high standard here on this team. Coach Junko told me his boys want to play deep into December. Gavin.
Thank you, Lily. I appreciate that. And they're dead right. I mean, Coach Junk has done an amazing job motivating this football team with the offseason wearing the number 4 on the back, knowing that they finished 4th last year, even with an 8-2 team. And this team has been hungry. They've been motivated, and there's been no letdowns. Really impressive stuff from the staff. So let's get into the keys to the game tonight, which is, it's one of these situations where, I understand that, on paper it looks like a mismatch, but there are ways that Baldwin can hang around, and the two in the Upper St. Clair category are exactly what we're talking about. Prevent big plays. The secondary cannot let some of these speedy Baldwin receivers get behind them, score splash plays, keep this game close early on. No turnovers. Turnovers and special teams plays are the way that an inferior opponent can hang around. You turn over the football, you play sloppy, or you give them a big play in the return game, can give them confidence and let them hang around. For Baldwin, protect the quarterback. Baldwin's not going to be able to run the ball consistently against St. Clair. They're going to have to throw, and in order to do that, they're going to have time. Got to find out where Stoll, Gillespie, Geyer, Fleckenstein, Mike Albert, guys like that are, and give their quarterback enough time to look downfield. And first down defense is huge. If the Panthers are going to be getting 6-7 yards on first down, staying on schedule, they're going to go right down the field, and it's not going to be a competitive game. Baldwin has got to stop the run on first down to make this game close. Those are going to be the keys to the game. Thanks so much. The graphics incredible from our JRM production team. Also, did you see that hype video, guys? That was really, really sweet. So our production team is doing an amazing job this year, and just love everything about how the production of our broadcasts have looked this year. Huge step forward, and I'm so thankful for them. All right, so as we celebrate Youth Night here, now they're going to create a big tunnel, and here comes our Panthers getting over to the Big Panther tunnel and getting fired up. And that's one of those things. People, what if there's a letdown? Baldwin's not any good. You got to understand, this is a senior-dominant team who only has 10 football games, 5 or 6 home games in their senior year. Every one of these is extremely valuable. It's just, I think it's very difficult to know, to have any sort of letdown when you have such a small number of games and a finite time to play the sport you love in high school. So I don't expect any sort of letdown from these seniors. It is a very mature team, and Coach Junko and his staff have done a marvelous job of navigating their way through this murderer's row schedule and coming out unscathed. They deserve a ton of credit for playing in what everybody thinks is the toughest conference in any classification and coming out undefeated. So kudos to them. One of my favorite expressions as a coach is banners fly forever, and they will always have a number as conference champions this year. So those kids will deserve a lot of credit. When they come back to their 20 and 30-year reunions, you get to point up to the banners in the gym and say, I was on that team. I still do that from my banners when I was here, and it's very much a source of pride. Probably gets to be more so as you get older. Wow, the band is crazy loud too with the Fort Couch Marking Band playing a little Welcome to the Jungle here, and here comes your Panthers. 9-0 on the season, fired up, coming out with everybody in their pink for breast cancer awareness, and they are going to celebrate Youth Night here like crazy. I love the fact that these young kids are all out there. They really idolize the varsity kids. I see the same thing in basketball, and it is really, really neat how we involve the young people in our sports programs. And to me, it's kind of one of the reasons why we always seem to have really good teams, because it perpetuates itself. These kids see that, and they grow up wanting to be these kids out on the field, and then it seems like the next day they're in school here and they're wearing the uniform, and another generation of young kids are looking up to them. So, all right, the Panthers, look, they're just waiting for the youth to get off the field, and then we're going to take the coin toss here. The Panther captains tonight. I talked to Coach Junk, and one of the things he's sort of balancing is you got some seniors who haven't quite had as many reps and things this year, and you want to get them some meaningful reps. You may want them to each have a moment, that they can really remember from their last high school game. So again, I expect them to be very, very serious here early on, but then some of those things do come into play if you can get out to that early lead that we talked about. But so here are your Panther captains, and again, like I said, we have a sort of a different captain crew of seniors tonight. And Jay Caceres, number 41, Noah Lilja, number 19. Siamak Bakeshi, number 61, and number 89, Ryan Pop, the kicker. Those are your 4 senior captains tonight, and look for them to do some good things tonight against this Highlander team. And the Highlander captains look like number 7, Devin Taylor, number 8, Davion Ketris, number 50, Dominic Brown, and number 76, Landon France. So, looks like they also got somebody out there who's injured, which often you see that for the last game. But the one area that was very noticeable watching the teams come out is just how big and strong the Panther line is. They look massive compared to some of these teams we play. And kudos to those guys because they really put a lot of work in the weight room this offseason, and they've really reaped the benefits of the results. I happen to believe this is one of the best lines on both sides of the football I've seen in a long time in Panther black and white, probably since the 2006 Whippeal and state championship team. And that line, if you remember that team, was absolutely outstanding with Jeremy Block, Danny Mulholland, Jason Sequoian, Rad Zakinis. Those guys were really, really tough. That's who this line reminds me of, and that is a big compliment for anybody who has been following Panther football for any period of time. For me, it's been ingrained in my life since about the mid-'80s, so, I'm not a Jerry Malarkey or a Jim Render in terms of, they know everything about Panther football, but, I'm maybe the next best thing we've got. So, to set the scene here, the Panthers are in their home blacks, but with white pants tonight. That's a new look for the Panthers. And the Highlanders are in their traveling whites with purple pants. The Panthers are going to be going left to right on your screen, and the Highlanders, who are going to look like they are going to be kicking off, are going to be going from right to left on your screen. Back to return the kick for the Panthers is number 1 junior receiver Bryce Jones. The upbacks are Anthony Razzo, who is a sophomore, number 11, and Gianni DeSora, a senior. And judging by where the Panther upbacks and kick returners are, it looks like they might not have a kicker with the same type of leg as Jacobo Echeverria. Shout out to our stat guys tonight. Maybe they don't get enough love, but particularly Coach Gremba. Coach Gremba had a big win last night. Our volleyball team is moving on to the Whippeal semifinals. Congratulations to our girls volleyball team. They play North Allegheny Wednesday night at Peters Township High School. Go out and support your girls volleyball team. They are really, really excellent this year. And congratulations to Coach Gremba, Coach Casey, and their excellent staff, having a tremendous year. Also, the boys soccer are in, I believe, the quarterfinals tomorrow at noon at Fox Chapel. That should be a really good contest. Good luck to the boys soccer. All right, we are ready to go. This is Noah Sakani kicking off. He boots a short one. And this is Nevin Sheegan-Sinewaski, the middle linebacker, takes it up, and that's going to be really good field position for the Panthers all the way to the Highlander 43-yard line. That is where we are going to start. Judging by who is in the huddle, the Panthers look like they are going to have a pretty conventional offensive look here. We will see who they break the huddle with. So it's looking like a fairly conventional look for the Panthers. I will mention that Beck Shields, one of the tight ends, is out with an ankle injury and mostly precautionary. But so we've got on the line of scrimmage Bobby Fleckenstein, right tackle, Brock Gillespie at guard, Mason Geyer at center. This is Ethan Hellman back to throw. He's got some time. He wants to go downfield. He's going to scramble. He looks. He's got Nico DeRazio. The junior's going to catch it and get all the way into Baldwin territory to the 38. A dart from Hellman to start it. Good job by the line to give us time. And first down for the Panthers. As for the rest of the starting lineup, Nate Stoll at left guard. Reese Perrine, the junior, at left tackle. Big Michael Albert at the tight end spot, along with Van Hellman, who kind of playing a bit of a wingback now. He's going to be out at the slot receiver position right now. His brother Ethan takes a snap. He's rolling to his left. Flag down. He finds his brother Van. Only going to be about a 2 or 3 yard game, but it looked like the Panthers may have been in motion there. We'll see what the officials have to say here. They're discussing it over, but it looked like some sort of pre-snap motion from the Panthers. Yeah, formation. So maybe they didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage. So that will be a 5-yard loss for the Panthers, and we will repeat first down. Interesting, the Panthers coming out with 2 throws. Probably some things they're going to want to practice as they move forward in the playoffs because they've proven they can really run it. At the wide receiver spot starting here we saw Nico D'Orazio, number 4, the junior, Charlie Biawalski, the senior, number 8, to the bottom of your screen, and Bryce Jones, number 1, the wide receiver, to the top of your screen. And the sidecar left at the running back position is number 6, sophomore John Vanberry. D'Orazio in motion. He's going to get a handoff. Another flag down. Here comes Nico. Nico almost breaks that. Nice little cut through the line. Going to get about a gain of 13. Unfortunately, looks like it is also coming back here. Not quite sure what the infraction is.
Illegal shift.
Illegal shift.
Offense, number 4, number 23 were both moving
so
at the
two
snap.
men moving at once is what the referee is going to call, and not the start you want to have if you're the Panthers. A little bit of sloppiness. They've done a really nice job the past several weeks of not getting penalties, and 2 in the first 3 offensive plays is not what you're looking for. So they have stayed off schedule here now. First and 20. They're not really a first and 20 type offense, but let's see what Ethan Hellman can dial up for us. Vanberry sidecar right, 4 receiver set, although one of them is Van. Nice little slant. This is D'Orazio, 35-30, he's gone. Beautiful little slant. Ethan Hellman to his classmate Nico D'Orazio, 50 yards, touchdown for the Panthers. They strike first, and they lead 6-0, extra point to come. You know, it's funny, you'll read all the articles, and you'll hear, oh, St. Clair can only run, they're one-dimensional. I get why Mike runs the ball like he does. It's a far less dangerous proposition when your line can maul people, but rest assured, Ethan Hellman can really throw the football. The last 2 years were not a fluke. He can really spin it, and that was a beautiful slant. Nice catch from Nico, and that is a touchdown for the Panthers. Jacobo on for the extra point. 7-0, great start. Despite a couple little sloppy penalties, the Panthers get the job done with a beautiful strike from Hellman to D'Orazio, and that's the start you want if you are Upper St. Clair. So it'll be interesting to see now. This is the side of the ball I'm a little more interested in. The Panther offense has been very, very good in terms of the last couple weeks. They've been really efficient in terms of what they've been able to do, kind of what they wanted to do, particularly last week against a very good Moon defense. I thought they did a beautiful job staying on schedule, really showing some variety and doing exactly what they wanted. Defensive side of the ball, the Panthers have been pretty much outstanding the whole season. What they did against Peters Township, holding them to 7, and against Bethel Park, holding them to 14 is really incredible, because those are 2 extremely high-powered offenses, and the Panthers basically held them in check for an entire game. Baldwin offensively has not really had a very successful season, but this type of game, you can really take chances, sort of throw caution to the wind. So it'll be interesting to see if you see some trickery, some throws down the field, and the Panthers have got to be aware in their defensive backfield to try to prevent those big plays. So here comes Jacobo doing what he likes to do best, and that is go long and try to get the touchback, and that is booted, and that will not be returnable. No, actually it's going to bounce backwards. So here comes Baldwin. He's going to take it at the 10. There is not much running room there. And there's also a flag for a hold. A good hard run from the Baldwin return man. That was Josh Stout. But looks like there's going to be a hold. Gianni DeSoro was down there trying to cover, and it looks like he got held. So will not be good field position for the Highlanders. That kickoff was really odd. It looks like, the breeze, it doesn't look like there's much breeze, but Jacobo didn't quite hit that one as well as he normally did. And then it looks like Baldwin took for granted it was going to bounce into the end zone, and it bounced
on the
backwards.
play. Sideline warning. Baldwin, they're first. During the return, personal foul, illegal blindside block, return team number 32. The penalty is half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul. Baldwin keeps the ball. First out.
All right, so it's going to be half the distance goal. It was one of those peel-back blocks, the illegal blindside block. That's kind of a safety thing, but Baldwin's going to start on their own 7, which is not what you wanted if you were Baldwin. It's already hard enough to move the ball against this Panther defense. To try to go 93 yards is a bit nightmarish in terms of your first possession. So let's set the scene here for the Panthers. We have Michael Albert, 87, at the right end. Austin Middleton at the nose, number 50, and Nate Stoll, 58, at the left end. They're going to be in their traditional sort of 3-4 defense after seeing some 4-3 last week. This is an end-around pitch. Is he going to throw? He is going to throw. And it's going to be caught. It was deflected off the receiver, so they tried to throw a little bit of a crossing route, and Noah Sakani tipped it, and then Nico Mazzell caught it, and that's going to be a first down for the Highlanders. So we expected to see trickery. We expected to see misdirection. We got them both on that play, and a little bit of good fortune, but hey, that's a 20-yard gain and a first down for the Highlanders. So hey, I love the aggression, and I love the creativity on the call. So first down for Baldwin here. Now heavy set formation. They're going to go up the middle. This is big number 7, Devin Taylor, the captain. He's going to get about 3. Pretty good run there. Albert leading the way on the tackle. Let's set the rest of the defensive lineup for the Panthers. We've got Carter Stein at the right outside linebacker. Johnny Banbury, number 6, sophomore, in the middle. 23, Van Helmen. Is one of the linebackers to the left. Then it looks like about 5 members of the secondary. Anthony Razzo, number 11, is playing kind of close to the line of scrimmage, but he is one of the safeties. Nico DeRazio, we've seen, number 4 at the safety spot. Julian Dallin, number 2, slot corner. Bryce Jones, number 1, the other corner. And then Charlie Bywalski, number 8, the corner, to the top of your screen. 2nd and 7. They faked the handoff up the middle, and Stoll was not fooled at all, but the quarterback ended up keeping it. Didn't get a whole lot. The quarterback is Noah Mikelay, number 5. But he got about 2, let's say. So Baldwin's done a decent job staying on schedule here, not putting themselves in long. But it's 3rd and 6. And it'll be interesting to see what the Panthers do here because they've played a very vanilla-based defense so far. Let's see if the Panthers try to bring some heat here on the Baldwin offense. Yeah, we've talked about this. I know Baldwin, they are very capable of throwing the football. I'm expecting to see a lot of that, but they're still doing some sort of heavy set sort of formations here. They're going to fake the handoff. Looks like a broken play, unfortunately. And Austin Middleton, number 50, the big senior, cleans up the mess. Big hit on the quarterback. And broken play is not what you want to see there if you're a Highlander fan. Going to be a gain of none, maybe possibly a loss of 1. And this will bring out the punt team for the Highlanders. Back to receive the punt, as usual, is junior number 4, Nico DeRazio. And it looks like number 7, Devin Taylor, is also the punter, so be careful for some shenanigans since he is also their primary ball carrier. Snap is low. Taylor picks it up. He's going to do some rugby style, or is he just going to try to run? He's going to try to run for the first down. He is not going to get it. The Panthers were not fooled there. I think he might have been better advised to just try to punt it in that situation, do the rugby style. But Ryan Hines, the senior, number 14, brings him down short of the first down, and it will be a Panther football on a turnover on downs. Yeah, he just bounced it back to him, unfortunately. It was an athletic play to scoop. I just think he may have been better suited to punt it, but at that point, maybe you think you can get the first down, and he wasn't that far away. Probably about 2 yards shy, but problem here if you're the Highlanders is you've turned over the football deep in your own territory against a very, very prolific offense and sort of puts you in a bad spot. So Panthers take over, 7:56 to go in the first quarter. They lead 7-0. Hellman back. Banbury does a nice job picking up the blitz. Oh, it's a beautiful slant. That's Julian Dahlem, number 2, the senior. Going to be about a 17-yard pickup for the Panthers. And I'm guessing this is something they saw on film. Everything so far has been kind of a quick slant or a skinny post, whatever you want to call it. And the middle of the field is wide open, and Hellman's really threading the needle right now. So first down inside the 20 for the Panthers, down at the 18, and surprisingly, it's the opposite of every other game. Have not had a real run yet, but here comes Julian. Scoots through. Oh, that's a beautiful little cut, and Julian's going to score from 18 yards out. Beautiful little run on the end around for senior Julian Dahlem. That's going to be a Panther touchdown. 13-0, the Panthers lead early in this football game. If you watch this replay, number 55 had a really good chance of getting him down. That's Vince Broccoli. And he just couldn't get him to the ground. And then once Jules gets a head of steam as he heads into the secondary, he's
holding.
tough.
Offense, number 1. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, first out.
So I guess it's going to come back on a hold on Bryce Jones on the corner. I didn't see it on the replay or live, nor did I see the flag. But unfortunately, it's coming back. So a lot of penalties early on the Panthers, which is probably not what you want to see from if you're Coach Junko and his staff. But So interestingly enough, the hold must have been like in the end zone or something, because the Panthers have the ball at the 12 right now, so they actually ended up with a 6-yard gain. And if you do the math, 16 yards down the field would be at the 2. So the hold apparently was almost in the end zone by Jones. Unfortunate. Takes away a beautiful run by Dallin, but it's 1st and 4 here for the Panthers. This is John Banbury. He's going to go off tackle. He's going to score rather easily. Great stuff by the offensive line. Reese Moraine, 74, just mauled a couple guys. And Johnny Bam's going to get his first score from 12 yards out. Now the Panthers lead 13-0 here. And Jacobo will come on to try to make it 14. Yeah, I mean, look at the line surge there. It was a beautiful cut. John showed some great vision, but, line, as they've done most of the year, has been just devastating in the run game. Snap from Gardner is true. Kick is up and good from Echeverria. So, with 7:17 to play in the first quarter, the Panthers lead 14-0. And basically, this one has more or less gone on script, about what you'd expect so far. Panthers are dominating in every phase of the game, but Baldwin did get a first down, and before they started having some trouble with some ball handling and some broken plays, I thought the offense looked competent. We will see what the second series has to offer us. This will be Jacobo kicking off again. Panthers got a bunch of guys on special teams tonight that have had a really nice season that don't give a whole lot of love, but call out some of these guys. You got Logan Lipinski, 29, Caffrey Duplessis, 5, Josh Snyder, number 3 there, Randy Ann, 18, Anthony Razzo, 11, Sinowoski again, number 34, DeSora, number 0, Jake Caceres, number 41, and, of course, number 30, Ethan Blau, the backup safety, and 10, Drew Sanderson. That's a little more like it from Jacobo, what we usually see. That's about 5 yards deep in the end zone. Another touchback for number 16. And that will be a Baldwin football on their own 20-yard line to start their second drive of the football game. Panthers still have the starting defense on the field. Again, they are in what looks to be something like a 3-3-5 formation. Last week against Moon, they went really heavy with like a 4-4 type. But with Baldwin, who does a little more of the passing stuff, a little more of the spread stuff, going to have the 5 defensive back look on the field. So that's going to benefit some of our secondary guys. Going to get a lot of run today. And so you're seeing guys like Razzo and Jones and Dallin get a lot of time here. Baldwin doing a check with me on the sideline here. It's going to go to Taylor right up the middle. Not much there. Austin Middleton, number 50, and then Van Helmen came in from his linebacker spot. Did a really nice job at the point of attack. And, a quick hitter, but they really didn't get much of anything there, maybe a yard. So it's what you like to see if you're the Panthers. And my guess is Baldwin is not going to be able to do heavy set power run against St. Clair because, frankly, nobody else has this year. So they are really tough on the line of scrimmage, and it's been very, very impressive to watch. All right, second and let's say 9 or so. Same type formation for Baldwin here. Here's Taylor again. They fake it to him. Going to be a quarterback keeper, but not much. 58 Nate Stoll and 50 Austin Middleton in there. No problem whatsoever, along with Van Helmen once again. Aggressive from that linebacker spot as he usually is. And the Highlanders are in a 3rd and 9. This is sort of what I think they wanted to avoid. I understand why they are trying to sort of do some run stuff to try to not be in 3rd and long, because even if they want to throw the football, it is really hard to protect your quarterback, even if the Panthers are only rushing 3 or 4, because those 3 or 4 happen to be really, really excellent football players. So a little bit of a different formation here. Now the quarterback is going to the top of the screen in motion, and you have a different individual taking the ball. Here he goes, number 4. He's going to throw it way up the field. Had a man, little bit of a busted coverage there. That was Jaden Dutine, actually, who's usually a receiver, also a guard on the basketball team, and threw a nice ball, but could not quite connect with Sakani, and that is going to be another punt situation for Baldwin. I think the thing to watch for here, probably if you're paying attention here, is the last snap was, not only was it low, it was woefully low, and probably some exchange issues here. My guess is the Panthers aren't going to be crazy on punt block, but definitely something to watch for here. Now, that's a good snap there. He's going to run. Left-footed punt. D'Orazio comes up to field it. He's going to cut to the outside. Oh, very nice block from Duplessis. Can't quite get by the last guy who's trying to help contain on the corner, but he's going to get inside the Baldwin 30 to the 29, so very nice job by D'Orazio, catching it on the run, finding some space, getting to the outside, and getting a nice gain. And the field position battle has been decidedly pro-Panthers so far. So with 5:38 left in the first quarter, Panthers leading 14-0 and back on the offensive side of the ball here. If you're monitoring this stuff, still all of these starters out on the field for the Panthers. I would, again, expect them to play the bulk of the first quarter, and we'll see if there's a mercy rule in effect and when that happens. Snap to Hellman. He's looking upfield. He's got a man. It is Bryce Jones. Jones goes up and catches it over the defender. That's going to be a touchdown for the Panthers. Beautiful throw. Nice job by Bryce Jones to come back to the football. And the Panthers lead 20-0 early in this football game. And the offense is really humming, particularly through the air, behind Ethan Hellman, who has thrown his second touchdown pass of the football game. Yeah, so watch this. Good time. One-on-one battle. Jones had a step. And it's a beautifully placed throw that would have been really tough for the defensive back to make a play, and Bryce did a nice job coming back to the football and high-pointing it. Nice snap again. Hold is true from D'Orazio, and Jacobo Echeverria adds another extra point. So with 5:32 left in the first quarter, the Panthers lead 21-0, and so far, so good if you're a Panther fan. It has been as advertised. You know, I have to imagine it would be really, really difficult right now to be, a coach or a player on the Baldwin sideline. It's been a really, really tough season, a long season, and it has to feel kind of futile at this point. And I feel badly because that's really not what you want from high school sports. You want everybody to have a really positive experience and feel like at least you got a fighting chance every time you go out, and they must feel really, really disheartened at this point of the season. So hopefully, the Panthers can get some of their backups in and make it a little more of a competitive element, and everybody can sort of have some highlights tonight, because I'm sure this is not the way the Baldwin kids have envisioned their season going. So here comes Jacobo again, putting it back into play. Boots that one again. He's going to go a little more directional there, but another 4 or 5 yard deep kick in the end zone for a touchback. Great work from Jacobo, and Baldwin will once again start at the 20-yard line. Panthers, looks like their first-team defense is once again back onto the field. The Highlanders have what appears to be their first-team offense out there, and it will be interesting to see who is at the quarterback spot. They did a little trickery there. I don't know if Jaden Duteen, number 4, is more of their throwing passer, and 5, Noah Hinckley is their running quarterback, but sort of seemed like that on from what we saw on the third down play. This is Michelet right here. He's behind center. They're going hard up the middle. No, he faked it. Mike Albert took him, but that's Julian Dallum and Carter Stein, the two seniors, saying nothing. So they gave it to Michelet. So it was an interesting little action there. They've run that dive a lot up the middle. This time he pulled it away, but he tried to do sort of a sprint draw left. And the Panthers were not only not fooled, but really good pursuit from Dallum and Stein, the safety and linebacker on that side of the field. It's going to go for about a loss of 1. So, again, I just think running against the Panthers is really, really tough sledding. We've seen it all year. Mason Geyer, number 70, the junior starting center on the football team, is in at left defensive end for Nate Stoll. And Mason's been really good on the defensive side of the ball, was last week. And so going to get some time here. 2nd and 10 for the Highlanders. They're back to throw. Michelet's throwing. Albert. Oh, and he strips him. Great stuff from Mike Albert. The Highlanders fall on it, but that's going to be a sack and a loss of 1 or 2 from big number 87, the Princeton recruit, doing work. Michael Albert has been a beast for a couple of years now, but I think the one area where he has most improved is his pass rushing this year. When you only have 3 down linemen a lot of the times, you're getting a lot of double teams, and Mike Albert has been in the backfield a lot this season. So, obviously he's a great kid and a smart kid, but Princeton's not taking you for their football team unless you can really play, and Michael Albert can really play. All right, so 3rd and 11 from the 19 here. And we talked about that as one of the keys to the game if you were here for our opening segment, that Baldwin's got to protect the passer because there are plays to be made down the field if you can just simply give the quarterback time, but that
Timeout.
is tough to do against
Baldwin,
the Panthers.
They're first. Timeout of the half.
Baldwin's going to take a timeout. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with here. The Panthers have, looks like even maybe a 6th defensive back on the field. Now Caffrey Duplessis, number 5, the junior, has entered the game. So the Panthers kind of are expecting something from the pass game here. But if Baldwin can protect their passer, I will be interested to see if they can try to get something going in the downfield game. I do think that is their best chance to attack this Panther team because almost nobody has sustained drives against the Panthers this year. I just think that's really going to be an uphill battle for them. So I guess Caffrey Duplessis is replacing Charlie Bywalski, number 8. It's going to be interesting also to see, they're going to rest players intermittently, particularly the guys who play both ways. And my guess is we see that sooner rather than later. I don't think you're going to see full-scale subs, not until or unless the mercy rule comes into play, but I do think you will see some more subbing than you would usually see. So it looks like Banbury is up towards the line of scrimmage. Are we going to see a little linebacker blitz up the middle? We are. He's coming. It's a quick slant. Good catch. And that was a contested catch by 10, Anthony Petro. But Bryce Jones had good coverage, and it's going to be sort of the sticks. And Baldwin looks like they are going to punt the football. Panther kick coverage and return team is out on the field. D'Orazio back to return again. This is a situation where it's only about 5 or 6 yards to go, where I think if you're the Panthers, you do want to spy Devin Taylor. Make sure he is not taking off because he, again, is their most dangerous threat in the run game. Davion Keatris is the up man, too, who's another guy who can run with the ball. So he's going to run forward. He's going to get it away. That's a really nice punt. Longer than they expected. Is D'Orazio going to try to get it? He is going to scoop it up at his own 26. And he piles forward for about 7 yards or so, gets to the 35. So good, safe, smart play from Nico D'Orazio, who we've really lauded for his judgment this year. And, instead of really bad field position, got it to the 35. So good stuff from the Panthers. So we will see now as the Panther offense comes back out whether they sort of stick with this air raid type stuff. It's not surprising to me only because you know that the thing they have to work on for the playoffs, the way they've ran the ball, is being able to throw the ball when they need to, when they want to. And that's, it's never better than to get live reps. So it looks like we got totally new receivers in right now. Ryan Hines to the bottom of your screen, 14. Randy Yan, 18. And 0, Gianni DeSora. Oh, it's a hitch and go. He did not have time, unfortunately. Randy Yan beat that guy up the middle of the field, but he ran out of time. Pretty good pressure there from Baldwin. That's going to be a big loss for the Panthers of about 8 or 9 yards. So good stuff from the Highlanders, finally getting some pressure on the passer. Panthers do have some backup linemen in the game right now, too, which is a very interesting thing. We talked about when we're going to see some subs. We'll go through that maybe at the next stoppage. Hellman's back to throw again. He's got the slant. There he is, Gianni DeSora, number 0, the senior. He's going to get about to that lead stick. He does. That's going to be a first down. Again, it's that slant. That slant has been really dangerous so far. Beautifully placed ball from Hellman. And DeSora, the senior, the rare 4-sport athlete, has doing some work there in the pass game. Yeah, Gianni, if you don't know, he plays basketball, football, lacrosse, and hockey. Pretty incredible in this day and age to play that many sports, and he plays them all very well. All right. Panthers now have a 4-receiver setting. Carter Stein, the fullback, is down in the slot here. Hellman's back to throw again. He's going to run this time. Oh, he drops it. They strip him a little bit, but big Chase Komarzik, number 75, Big Cheese, falls on the football, so it'll be a loss of 2, kind of a bit of a broken play there, but Panthers get it back, and that's all good. Yeah, we want to talk about some of the linemen that are in the game. Big 78, the sophomore Ryan Robbins, the excellent basketball player, in at right tackle. 75, Chase Komarzik, we've mentioned him. Big Cheese is at right guard. Mason Geyer is still in at center. Looks like Will Stoll, the 9th grader, is still in at left. He's coming in at left guard, the freshman. And I think Reese Perrine is still in at left tackle. Hellman back to throw. He's looking for the slant. Unfortunately, Ryan Hines fell down. The D-back, Nico Mizell, broke on it, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. So Panthers in 3rd down and 11 situation, not probably where they wanted to be, but again, I just think they are working on a lot of their timing things in the passing game right now. And, you also have 3 backup receivers in the football game, so sometimes they're not getting quite the reps that the starters are, and sometimes there are some timing issues there. But Carter Stein also in the game here as the slot receiver, 4-receiver set. Hellman back. He's got Tesora again. Nice pass. Here comes Johnny. Oh, he puts it on the ground. Can he get it back? He will not. So he catches it on the slant, but he fumbles the football. Baldwin recovers. That's number 3, Noah Sakani. And it was a nice pass and a nice catch. Tesora got to that lead stick, but put it on the ground, and it will be Baldwin football.
Is a catch, fumble, recovered by the defense. First down, Baldwin.
Yeah, if you watch that replay, he caught it cleanly, took several steps, and it looks like he just dropped it. It looks like he sort of lost his balance and tried to rotate the ball to his left hand and just dropped it. So, happens. Definitely an unforced error from the Panthers, and Baldwin, at their best field position by far, will take over at their own 48-yard line. All right, so here come the Highlanders back on offense. Noah Michele is back at the quarterback spot here. Got a sidecar to his left. He's looking to pitch it. No, it's a little shovel pass. And that was a nice little play. Here comes Taylor. He's in the secondary. He's at the 30. He's at the 25 to 20. He's going to go all the way down the sideline. Julian Dahlem takes him out of bounds, but not before he gets to about the 4 or 3 yard line of the Panthers. Big play and a nice play call there. Devin Taylor, number 7, hard to bring down. Looks like they were faking it wide. Albert had contained, but a little bit of a shovel pass. Hellman could not quite get him. And then a great move on the secondary man. And he was in the clear there, and he was awful tough to bring down. He's a big guy. And first and goal from the 3 for Baldwin as we tick down towards the end of the first quarter. Impressive stuff. All right, now we've got a traditional I situation here, and they give it to the big fullback. He's close to the end zone. He's in. Touchdown. That's Daylon Brown. Big number 12 is going to get into the end zone, and the Highlanders score. So a little bit of a surprise there. They get a touchdown with 48 seconds to go in the first quarter. And now we've got a 21-6 football game with the extra point pending. Yeah, just power stuff out of the eye if you look at it. And it just got a good bit of a surge there. Looks like they had him stopped. And he pushed forward and got the touchdown, got into the end zone, and hey, again, Baldwin showing signs of life. We talked about it in the keys to the game. Turnovers was the other one for Upper St. Clair. You can't turn over the football because it allows teams like this to stay in the game, and exactly what you saw. Momentum changed with a turnover, and now Baldwin has struck, and they are within 2 scores.
Offside. Defense, number 8, lined up in the neutral zone. Half the distance to the goal. We'll play the try.
So I'll be interested to see here, judging by the fact that you've got half the distance, now you've only got less than 2 yards. Is Baldwin going to try to go for it now as opposed to kicking a field goal? Judging by their kickoff game, it's not like the kicker has a hugely strong leg, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the Highlanders go for 2 here. And it looks like that's what we're going to see. So they are in the I formation again. Wonder if they're going to go that same play, the power to Brown. No, this one's Taylor, and he's got absolutely nothing. So very, very tough at the point of attack there from Anthony Razzo, 11, but the line surge was outstanding by the Panthers. No dice whatsoever. So Highlanders do get a touchdown, but they're going to be stopped at 6. So, I mean, if you see here on the replay, it looked like about the same type of action that they ran with the first play, but the fullback just got absolutely pushed back into the backfield by Stoll and Hellman, and he just had no chance. So, all right, we've still got a little bit of time left in the first quarter here, and the Panthers are going to go back on the offensive side of the ball. But first we've got something in the return game. And if we watched the kickoff last time, it was not a very long kickoff. So, the Panthers maybe can get another chance to get great field position here as the first quarter winds down. But while we have a break here, we may want to thank our sponsor, Louis Anthony Jewelers. Outstanding jewelry store up there in Norman Center. The Garino family has been running it for years. They are wonderful people. I could not more highly recommend Louis Anthony Jewelers myself. They are my friends and have kept me in good standing with my wife for a long time now. So thank you, Louis Anthony Jewelers, for your sponsorship of Upper St. Clair football. All right, here comes the kickoff. It's Sakani again. It's going to be another short one. Here's DeSora, going to try to make up, I'm sure, for his mistake. Oh, he cuts to the outside. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to get almost up to the 45. Nice little return from Agent Zero. Gets to about the 44-yard line, and that's where the Panthers will start.
First down, Panthers. Going plays with a 45.
So the big game tonight, obviously, is Peters Township and Bethel Park, and it is tied up at 7 right now. Nick McCullough had a 14-yard run, so Peters struck first, and then Ryan Petrus with a long touchdown pass for Baldwin to answer. Here comes John Banbury. He gashes him right off tackle for a gain of about 7 or so. Good first down gain for the Panthers. And one of the keys to the game, like we talked about, was first down defense for Baldwin. You just can't allow the Panthers to get into second and third and short every single time, or you're just never going to stop them. So time is ticking down. I don't believe the Panthers are going to try to run another play here in the quarter. I think they are content to let the clock wind down, and at the end of the first quarter here, they're going to run to the line. 6-5, let's see. No, it looks like they're going to take one more snap here, and they do. It's Hellman, it's Banbury. He's going to push up the field. Big, hard run from Johnny B. Going to get across the 40 to the 39-yard line. Good run, probably about 8. And as we end the first quarter,
this the end.
Panthers lead 21-6. Shout out. All right, let's go to the Panther dance team here with a special dance for our youth night. All right, we're back. Just got a shout out from my tag team partner from last week, our newly inducted Hall of Famer, Josh Helmich. Thanks for your compliments, Josh. One-man booth is not easy. Hellman with a little pitch on the end around here. Noah Lilja has it. The senior captain for tonight couldn't quite turn the corner there, and it's going to be about a no gain there, but some fun stuff, and I know for a fact Coach Junk kind of wants to get some of these seniors involved who've been outstanding on the scout team and in this program so long. These people never get any love, and they deserve all the credit in the world. 2nd and 10 here. Hellman's going to give to Banbury. He's got a lot of room off tackle. He's still going. Oh, this is a violent run. Very nice from John Banbury. He had a seam at the beginning, but the Baldwin linebacker had a hold of his jersey. And man, that was just a really aggressive, tough run from John Banbury to, his big thing is yards after contact, and he has been outstanding all season in that category, and that was no exception. So, going to move the chains there on about an 11 or 12-yard gain for Johnny Bands, and it is a first down Panthers. Hellman back to throw. He's running out of time. He's going to scamper. He still keeps it. Oh, boy, he fired that. Boy, that was a beautiful run from Hellman to escape a lot of pressure, and he threw a dart there, rolling to his right. Had Lilja, couldn't quite connect with him, but really impressive stuff. He probably could have ran, but boy, that is a very, very tough throw on the run. All right, so 2nd and 10 here for the Panthers. Yeah, I can't stress this enough. First of all, Ethan Hellman just throws the football beautifully, but secondly, it is nothing like getting live reps to practice some of the stuff you really want to work on going into the playoffs, and I love what I've seen from Hellman tonight. This is Banbury, off tackle again, that same play that they've really gotten a lot of yards on, but only a gain of 1, so pretty good stuff here from Baldwin. All right, 3rd and 9 or 10 here for the Panthers. Hellman back to throw. Got some time. Looking for Carter Stein, and just couldn't quite connect him. Looked like an out route. Coach Junko is not pleased. I'm not 100% sure what he is upset about, but he's definitely upset about something. I don't know whether it was a route or he had something a little easier and chose to take too much. But, yeah, he was not happy. So I'm guessing this will be Jacobo. Yeah, Jacobo Echeverria going to come out. Another thing you like to practice in games like this is special teams, and 44-yard kick is a long kick, but Jacobo has plenty of leg for it. But 8 seconds left on the play clock. Panthers going to have to hustle here. Just get it off. Pretty good snap. Jacobo's got plenty of leg here. Did he sneak it in? He did. Jacobo Echeverria from 43 yards. No problem from a distance standpoint. Good snap from Gardner. Good hold from Narazio, and the Panthers extend their lead to 24-6 with 10:24 in the 2nd quarter.
10:24 to go in the first half. Your score.
So I got to give credit here for Baldwin. They have, not given up at all, and they have really, I think they've really done a marvelous job in terms of keeping their morale high, and just kept battling, because honestly, it's demoralizing. You go down 21-0, but they've hung in there, and I give them credit. So Jacobo, now he's going to kick one the other direction in case there's some sort of latent wind down there that I don't know about, because the flags are just dead still. And he absolutely annihilates that one. When he really hits it and gets it almost to the end line, it is the sight to behold. I can't believe anybody can kick the ball that far. Yeah, I mean, they've had an embarrassment of riches at that kicker position, honest to God. Yeah, I mean, as great as Bennett Henderson was, and I think I mentioned on the broadcast last week, Bennett kicked a 53-yard field goal for Fordham last week. Then to follow that with Jacobo is incredible. So, what a blessing to have the type of kickers we have had at Upper St. Clair. All right, first down for the Highlanders, coming off their best drive of the game there, and they had a long play. And they're going to throw here. And he comes back to the ball. That's going to be a big gain, although there's a flag down in the backfield. I don't know if Stoll got held, but I think it's coming back, unfortunately, for the Highlanders. But that was a nice play.
Illegal shift. Offense, number 4 and number 5, both moving, did not get reset. It's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first out. So, again, this is kind of what I expected to see. When you're the underdog and you have nothing to lose, just kind of throw caution to the wind, and that's what they did. That was Devin Taylor, the running back, who that was not a bad throw, a little back shoulder fade to Mizell, and hey, they would have gotten a big gain there if not for the illegal shift. So, hey, kudos to Baldwin. They're here to compete, and they're doing some kind of fun, entertaining things, keeping this game somewhat competitive here. Now the handoff to Taylor right up the gut. Middleton is there.
It's
going to be about a gain of 4. Pretty good hard run there. I tell you what, Devin Taylor is a tough kid. Very tough to bring down. He runs very hard. So we're at about 2nd and 11. Yeah, the Highlanders have also been kind of multiple in terms of their sets. They've had some movement, and it's that's a little bit tougher sometimes to deal with if you're the Panther defense. So they fake that run up the middle here. The quarterback into the outside. Wow, that's just great pursuit from the backside by Van Helmen, 23. I mean, I've run out of superlatives for Van Helmen on the defensive side of the ball this year because he's just so relentless. But that shows off the athleticism he had. They did a nice job containing, but to come all the way from the weak side of the field and chase him down there that's next level stuff. There's a reason why the academies and some schools like that want Van Helmen on their football team. And if you've been paying attention, some of those schools like Navy and Army are top 25 right now, and they're recruiting Van Helmen. That dude is a really good football player. 3rd and 8 here for the Highlanders. Let's see if they go to the air. They do. He's back. Sideline route. Kind of airmails it. They're going to actually call interference here, which is kind of silly. I mean, that ball was not even slightly catchable, and there was sort of minimal contact, but so it's going to be a pass interference call.
Pass interference. Defense number 1. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Penalty results in a first down.
I mean, I'm sure the frustrating thing from the Panther sideline is they didn't even throw to the sticks there, so they were sort of unnecessary to make contact there, but
Did he catch it?
That pass was definitely not catchable. That was airmailed. So, all right, a lot of flags on the Panthers tonight, but as a result, the Highlanders will get a new set of downs here at the Panther 38. And that's pre-snap movement there from the Highlanders, and that's going to back them up 5.
False start. Offense number 1. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Want to give a shout out to Tim Coolahan. Thank you so much for the compliment. One-man booth is not easy, but having fun. I think we're going to have some guests coming up, for some action here. Definitely the second half. Just to add some fun, add a little bit of color here, and so my voice doesn't get tired. I got the lemonade up here and such, but frankly, I can't imagine the people watching this broadcast are all that excited to hear my voice that long. So I don't want television sets clicking off all around the Upper St. Clair area based upon me talking too much. So please come save me, Pantherland. All right, 1st and 15 here for the Highlanders. 8:54 to play in the second quarter. Oh, and it's another low snap. Baldwin has had a lot of problems tonight on the exchanges, and it's when you're a football team that hasn't won games, there's probably some minor reasons why. It's usually not just we don't have good football players, and where you lose football games in a lot of cases is stuff like that. Just minor things like exchanges, broken plays, snaps, and that's cost them 3 or 4 plays tonight in a game that has not been super one-sided yet. So 2nd and 18 for the Highlanders. See if they go to the air. They will not. It's going to be Taylor again. Gets to the outside, breaks a tackle. Dallum gets him out of bounds. Bywalski finishes it, but a good hard run. Devin Taylor, number 7, I'm telling you right now, he is not going down on first contact very consistently tonight. That's a really good sign of a back. We talked about Yak, the yards after contact, in the context of John Banbury, but Devin Taylor, number 7, you're having a lot of that tonight. So kudos to big number 7 for Baldwin. Also the author of the biggest play of the game for the Highlanders, about a 50-yard run. So 3rd and 10, the Highlanders have gotten back to about the original line of scrimmage, and I expect to see them go to the air here. Michele is back. He throws it down the field. Man's got a half a step. And nice job by Charlie Bywalski. I'm not sure if it would have been inbounds anyway, but he draped that right arm in to break up the pass and prevent it. Baldwin, I'll tell you what, Michele throws a decent deep ball. These balls have all been kind of nice passes, and but Charlie did a really nice job. He's had a great year in the secondary, and more so out on an island there. Does a nice job preventing a big play. So They are back in punt formation. Devin Taylor, who, if you're wondering why we've called his name a lot, he does a lot for this football team. He's thrown it, he's run it, he's punted it. And we're going to probably see the running left rugby-style punt once again here for the Highlanders. Good snap. Runs up. Boots it deep. And he's even done directional punting. Durazio's got to go all the way to his right. Oh, nice. Makes one man miss. Here comes Nico, 35, and to the 37-yard line. The one thing Nico Durazio does very well other than ball security is when he feeds it, he goes north-south and he hits it. And that's a big thing for a punt returner because in a game where field position matters, just getting 10 yards in a situation like that can be a big deal. Nico does a really good job of that. Very, very bright kid. All right, so the Panthers will start this drive at their own 37-yard line. Panthers haven't had to punt yet, but they also were stopped last drive and had to settle for a field goal. Again, we've got some of the different linemen in, which is really good to see. Fleckenstein and Stoll and Gillespie are getting some time off tonight to rest their aching bodies. They've been so great this season. Here comes Hellman, got some time. Gonna throw it. Here comes Dallin. He's in space. Sakani cannot get him to the ground. Here comes Jules. He's going all the way across the field. He's still alive. He's going to go down now. He didn't end up getting any additional yards, but probably the most exciting 9-yard gain of the game we're going to see tonight. And watching Julian Dahlem in space is just beautiful. So talented. So dangerous with the ball in his hands. I give Sakani credit. He's a good athlete. Dallin made him miss, but he took enough time and got enough, forced him kind of back to the middle of the field where the pursuit could kind of come and take its toll. Because a lot of times when Dallin's been in that situation, he's made one guy miss and been gone. So we got 2nd and 1 here for the Panthers. Interesting formation here. We've got Banbury in the back, and we got the fullback. Here comes John. Does a really nice job following his block there. He ran right basically up the back of Ryan Robbins' left tackle and gets about a gain of, let's say, 8. And that's going to be a first down in Baldwin territory for the Panthers. Big Ryan Robbins is he's going to be a weapon in the future. Only a sophomore. His dad, Tim, is our line coach and got to be one of the best in the area, in addition to being a fabulous guy. And his brother Tyler is the reigning 6A basketball WPIAL Player of the Year. And he will be returning for the defending WPIAL basketball champs from the Upper St. Clair Panther Hoop Squad. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. It looks like Luca Corey, number 31, is in the backfield, the freshman. This is Luca Corey. Nice little run, hits the hole. Gonna get a gain of about 7. So that's a nice run from Luca Corey. If you are familiar with the name Corey, yes, Dante Corey, the starting tailback for the Panthers, who has missed the last, I think, 4 games for the Panthers. That is his little brother. Give you an injury update on Dante Corey. I lifted weights with him several times this week. He will be back for the playoffs, feeling good on his high ankle sprain, and he has worked tirelessly to get back, and I cannot wait to see him play. He's a great football player. 2nd and 5 here for the Panthers. It's Hellman. He's back. He's going to throw downfield. He's got a man. He turns for it. Oh, he could not quite come up with it. Bywalski had a half a step, came back for the ball and couldn't quite bring it in. Beautiful throw from Hellman down the field. Charlie couldn't quite bring it in. Tell you what, Ethan is throwing some beautiful balls tonight. There is no doubt about that. He is putting balls in catchable positions, no interceptions. Great stuff from the junior quarterback, Ethan Hellman, tonight. 3rd and 5 for the Panthers. I'm intrigued to see what we see here. We've seen a lot of throwing, but at the same time, you want to make sure you move the sticks here. Wonder if we'll see something like a QB draw or something a little interesting here. It's Hellman. He back to throw. He's got us out route. Oh, and he airmailed down. Jules didn't time the jump great, but the pass was a little high, and unfortunately, we're trying to move the sticks there. And I think Coach Junk is going to go for it here. Jules had a lot of space there. I think if you run a play like that again, you figure you can kind of get that anytime you want. 4th and 5 here from the Highlander 43. Looks like they were audibling. I don't know if they were trying to draw them off sides with the hard count. Well, this worked last week against Moon. Let's see if they're trying to draw them off sides with the hard count or whether they will actually run a play here. So they are going to call timeout. And I'm not sure if that means the Panthers. Oh, no, Baldwin called timeout. I'm not sure if we're going to actually see the Panthers try to run a play to go for it or whether they were trying to get him with the hard count. So typically after the Panthers have used timeouts so far this season on offense, they've come up with something really cool. If you remember last week after the timeout against Moon, they came up with that beautiful wheel route play where Hellman hit Banbury, and that was just gorgeous. So Peters has taken a 21-7 lead on Bethel Park tonight. I had Peters winning that football game. I do think Peters is better, but those are two really good football teams. And to be perfectly honest, if I'm a Panther coach, fan, whatever, I don't want to play either of those teams. Those teams are excellent, and those games were very, very competitive, very, very difficult. So looks like Nick McCullough, who's just a fabulous athlete, has scored all 3 touchdowns for the Peters Township Indians tonight. 21-7 Peters with 4 minutes to go in the first half. So Panthers are going to go for it here, 4th and 5. Hellman's got some time. Now he's going to run out of time. He's going to run it. He's not going to get it. Sack from the Highlanders. Turnover on downs. And again, Baldwin's doing a nice job tonight. They are absolutely have come to play and are hanging in there and will get the football in great field position here.
Takes over first and 10 from the 44.
All right, so back on the defensive side of the football here. And now we've got another stoppage. Is it going to be a third timeout from Baldwin?
Timeout. Baldwin, their third and final timeout of the half.
So that's going to be the end of the timeouts for the Baldwin Highlanders, and very obviously their coaches were not pleased over there. I couldn't tell exactly what happened, but their coaching staff came over and was just furious about something, some sort of miscommunication or personnel. Maybe they didn't have enough players on the field, but Tim Sweeney, their head coach, is very, very displeased. And excuse me, Dana Brown's the coach. I knew that. Tim Sweeney hasn't been the coach there for a long time. But he was not pleased, and for good reason. The last thing you want, particularly if you have a drive where you're coming down, you really need points here at the end of the half. Not having any timeouts is a difficult situation. But the Highlanders have moved the ball a little bit here and deserve some credit for that. Shout out to Coach Malarkey. Hey, Coach, thank you very much for your love. He's given me some kudos here for identifying personnel, and I just appreciate him. He's a football coach. He knows his stuff. Everybody knows him as a baseball coach, but dude can coach football too. Here's a wide receiver screen here. It's Sakani. They're going to call it, I think it was a forward pass, but could not quite catch it, and that's going to be a 2nd and 10 situation. They had this set up. The blocking was in place here. I'm not saying a big gainer, but I think that was going to get a pretty good bit of yardage, and a little bit of a lack of concentration and a drop pass. So 2nd and 10 will be the call here for the Highlanders. I think the Highlanders, ever since they've sort of spaced it out here and started to throw it a little bit, have looked much better on the offensive side of the ball. You don't want to go away from Taylor completely, but you do want to take some chances here. I still think sustaining drives against the Panthers is a likely scenario. Here's Taylor going up the middle. Not much there. That is Stoll and Razzo. Big time contact there. Austin Middleton, who's the nose tonight, is doing a really, really good job in terms of just stacking up the middle of the defense and forcing those runners to go outside and to where there are more people. So kudos to the senior Austin Middleton, really doing a strong job at the point of attack. All right, so 3rd and 9 here, I would say, for the Highlanders. The fullback is going off. That's Brown, and another receiver coming into the game. So Wouldn't be shocked here if you see some spread stuff and they try to go down the field again. They've had some success doing just that. Yep, 4 wide receivers in. Looks like Dutine, number 4, is the lone back. No, it's Brown again. Oh, it's going to be a screen to Brown. He's got some space. Can he get to the corner? He will. That's going to be a first down. Nice play call there from the Highlanders. Caught the Panthers sort of napping a little bit, expecting pass, and a little bit of just a swing screen. And Brown gets about 12 or 13 yards, and that's going to move the chains here. Highlanders get a gain of 12 and will get a first down into Panther territory. 4:28 to go in the first half, and Baldwin driving. All right, Brown, the big fullback, is back in the game here for the Highlanders, so they're going back to a little more of a conventional set. But boy, oh boy, Devin Taylor is doing it all tonight. Now Brown is in the tailback spot. Look at this. They've flip-flopped the formation here. So a shotgun, they fake it to him. Quarterback's going to run a little bit here. Middleton. Great stuff from Austin Middleton. So not only is he doing a good job at the point of attack, being the nose, but he actually pursues upfield, stops the passer. Banbury comes and cleans it up. But let me tell you something. For a nose tackle in a 3-3-5 or a 3-4, that is some great stuff. So Austin Middleton, very impressive. And now we got another flag. Don't know. I didn't see anything there, but we'll find out here soon enough. Looks like the Highlanders are backing up.
The ruling on the field is a forward pass. There was no receiver in the area, and the ball did not get back to the line. It's intentional grounding, offense number 4. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Includes a loss of down. Second down. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 4 minutes, 14 seconds.
So I missed that. I guess as Middleton was bringing him down before Banbury cleaned it up, the quarterback kind of tried to throw it out of desperation and didn't get it back to the line of scrimmage, did not have a receiver in the area. Intentional grounding is the call. So not only do you get the sack yardage loss, you get an additional 5 yards back. So they have second and a mile now. Back in their own territory here. So this is Dutine, I believe. No, this is McRae. I take it back. He's running to the sideline. He's going to get to about midfield. So he gets a gain of, let's say, 7 of it back. But it's going to be third and long. And I have the tremendous pleasure right now of finally getting a colleague in the booth. And it is from the class of 1995, Mike McKenzie. Mike, thank you so much for being here. My voice is dying.
Yeah, but it's like the movie Back to School. Hey, Melon, get your suit on. We need you. Right? Here I am.
You got the triple Lindy for me or what? that reference was understood by about 15 people who are watching this broadcast. But the 15 who got that, they're going to like that reference. All right, so 3:55 to go in the second quarter here, third and a long. They run the exact same play they got the first down in last time. This is Brown again, or Devin Taylor again. This time the Panthers do a better job. That's Nevin Sheegan, Siniowoski, and Carter Stein bringing him to the ground. But they're probably in the point here where the Highlanders could go for it. I mean, what do they got to lose at this point? It's fourth and about 10, but we've seen them punt. It doesn't really do that much for them yardage-wise. I might guess we see them go for it here.
Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't.
I mean, when you're 0-9, like
right, last game this season.
I have to admit, though, I haven't seen them play. I didn't know what to expect. I thought this would be way worse.
Yeah.
So I do give them credit. They've certainly been game tonight.
It looked way worse right off the bat, but then it's gotten a little bit better.
Yeah, we're subbing liberally, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so McRae's back to throw. He's going to head down the field. I'll tell you what, he had a guy on the slant there, Jaden Dutine, but he sort of airmailed it, and he even threw it over to Rossio, who's coming in to close down.
He's missed a few throws tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because, they've used a couple different guys to throw the ball, and actually, when Dutine, the receiver, threw it, and Taylor, the running back, threw it, they threw it pretty well.
Yep.
So, all right, Mike, put on your offensive coordinator hat. We've got 3:04 left here. The game is still competitive. We're not in a mercy rule situation here. You assume the Panthers are going to be aggressive here?
I would think we've got 3 minutes left in the half. They're going to be aggressive for these 3 minutes, and then we're going to see a different ball game in the second half.
Yeah, probably right. I mean, I expected maybe a mercy rule in the first half, and that decision would be made for you. We're not going to get there, so It'd be interesting here. We've certainly been aggressive in terms of throwing the ball.
Absolutely.
This is Banbury. Now DeRazio, and that little end around play they love, and it's a gap. There's a crease
There
for
he
Nico.
goes.
Here he goes. Oh, that's a beautiful little move. DeRazio all the way down to the Baldwin 25. That's a gain of about 35 yards. Great
Tremendous
stuff
run.
from Nico.
Tremendous run on Nico's part.
Yeah, I saw Nico and his mom today getting lunch, and Nico's a little banged up in terms of, just the type of stuff you get as a football season progresses. But the dude plays every play, including special teams. Hopefully they can get him out in the second half and enjoy the bye next week.
Let him relax a little.
Yeah, but I understand why he's out there so much. He's that valuable.
And it seemed like last year, Gavin, to me, is when he really turned that on.
He's a fabulous athlete.
Absolutely.
I wish he hooped. I've told him that a million times. Here's Hellman, back to throw.
Oh, he's got him. Touchdown.
Oh,
DeRazio.
what a catch. Nico DeRazio high points that football, and on cue, like we talked about, just an outstanding athletic play. Oh my gosh, that's just beautiful
Fantastic
stuff.
throw on Ethan.
I'm hoping we can get a replay on that because that was just beautiful. So it's single coverage. He's got about a half step, and the ball placement is perfect, but that's just outstanding stuff.
What a pitch and passing at the catch.
It's funny. I'm hoping people are watching this film and going, wait, I thought St. Clair couldn't throw, because they're wrong. Ethan Hellman can throw the football.
Absolutely. And what's funny, Gavin? A quick story. Last week when I was listening to the game and Coach was on, and Coach said early in the game, I'd have Hellman back there with Dolan. The week before that, I was playing golf with Ori, and Whalen. And we were talking about Upper St. Clair, and they said if this was when Coach was coaching, they'd have Hellman back there with Dahlem and Banbury in the backfield. Sure enough, a week later, Coach says the same thing.
It'll be interesting to see if they're holding some stuff back.
Yes.
Because this whole game has looked like we're practicing stuff, getting live reps, because we know what we need to do. And also, I think you want to show teams that you might see in the playoffs, oh, you really think we can't throw?
Yeah.
We're going to give them something to think about.
Right. We're not just one-dimensional.
No, I mean, and Coach Render and I have talked about this because, he's an old school guy. He's a Woody Hayes guy.
Sure.
We're not going to throw the ball unless we absolutely have to throw the ball because, bad things can happen. But he even flat out said, you need to be able to throw the ball in certain situations.
Yep.
And this team can do it.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so 2:17 to go here. Jacobo going to boot it. And it's going to be another touchback.
Yep.
All right, Mike. So let's flip this. Baldwin now, again, it's 31-6, but they've had some decent stuff in the air. Again, they're sort of in a no lose. Do they want to go into halftime right now, or are you going to chuck it a bit?
No, I'm going to keep playing. Right. I think, just like we said, this last game of the season, you're 0-9. Let's just play that. This is our title game, and let's see what we got going into next year and try to go in with some kind of momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is. I'm sure it's been demoralizing for them, but they've acquitted themselves decently this evening. So, all right, here we go. They are going to go deep. Now he's going to sneak out. Stoll was in the backfield. Oh, he does. He's going to get to the outside here. Razzo pushes him out of bounds, but not before a gain of probably 8 there. So Nice stuff from McAray to escape the chasing Nate Stoll and get a nice gain.
And he had some room, too. I'm curious, he could have cut that up maybe for a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this, though. The Panthers are only rushing 3, as we talked about, and all 3 are getting there.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Well, those are 3 hard guys to stop.
Yeah, those are big, strong, athletic cats. I've been particularly impressed with Austin Middleton tonight, playing a really, really good football game. So, now about a second to end, maybe 1 for the Highlanders. And time has stopped, but again, we talked about it. They have no timeouts left, so they are going to have to be somewhat quick here.
Yep.
Going to be another throw. He's going to run out of time. I'm guessing that is once again going to be intentional grounding. Michael Albert well in his face. That did not get to the line of scrimmage. I think they're going to discuss this because...
Looks like Junko has,
Yeah, I mean, he just sort of chucked it sideways there. I didn't see the last time this happened, but...
Offense, number 4. It's a 10-yard correction. Half the distance is the goal from the spot of the foul. Lost it down. 3rd down.
So Bethel scores right before halftime on a Tanner Pfeiffer 1-yard run, and it will be 21-14. That's halftime. Peters leads, but that's going to be a beautiful football game.
And it's funny. I was home thinking I could stream that game. They don't even have that game streaming.
Which is hard to believe.
Yes, right.
I mean, that game's the game.
Yes.
Clancy Ori had a sack to end the first half, which is, it hurts my feelings a little bit, as outstanding as he is, to have a son of a Panther, Mike's son, be this dominant in another color. Reminds me of watching Joey Mascaro play basketball.
Yes.
Particularly, Mike lives like right across the border, man.
Or Alejandro playing it. We've had a few of them.
Don't get me started about those two. My gosh. Yeah, it hurts my feelings. That being said, we got some Panthers coming up from people from other townships. So
yeah,
we'll have them both. Here comes Albert again. They're going to throw it down the field. Nobody really open, and frankly, had he got that outside, Caffrey Duplessis may have had a touchdown. So good coverage from the Panthers.
Yeah, he gets that. He walks that in.
So it's going to be 4th and long, and the downside of throwing it 3 times like that, and again, that's what I would have done too, is you're giving the Panthers now time to score and probably great field position.
Yes. Then there becomes the question, right? If we get the ball back, are we going to be aggressive one more time?
The answer is yes, only because of field position and because I'm sure the coaching staff wants the mercy rule just to get the other kids in.
Yeah.
Here comes Taylor.
Oh, a fake?
No, I don't think he can with 100 yards. He's doing the rugby style.
Yep.
I did say earlier you should watch that because he is their best, seems like everything at this point.
Yes.
But he gets about a 30-ish yard punt off, and the Panthers will take over at the Highlander 37-yard line here. The one thing I will say is we've not seen, and it probably doesn't serve a whole lot of purpose, we've not seen a lot of the just downhill style running to bang it at them. But you have 3 timeouts left here if you're the Panthers. You do have that option. The other thing is, and you can kind of see it by the wide receiver choices here, there are some seniors you'd love to get in the end zone.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the middle of the field has seemed to be open all day for them.
Yeah, that slant's been really, really wide open. DeSora's in motion. They're going to hand it to Gianni. Can he get some room here? He's going to bust it up the middle. He's going to get about 9.
Yep.
Nice little play call there.
Yeah. Kind of was in motion, then turned around, came back, and took that quick handoff.
Yeah, I mean, because they're so multiple in terms of their movement and their threats, I just feel like there's a lot we could still see from this offense that we haven't.
Yes, I agree.
All right, time's ticking. Here's Hellman. DeSora again.
To DeSora.
Can he get around him? He will.
And he gets out of bounds, too.
Yeah, we've talked about Gianni a couple times tonight. We're talking about a guy who plays 4 sports and, really is such an outstanding athlete in terms of his movements.
Absolutely.
He's hard to cover in space.
He's quick.
You're going to see him a lot on the hardwood this year. He is really, really dynamic in terms of his ability to pressure the basketball and defend.
I'm excited for the hardwood season for you guys.
So am I. But I'm not wishing this time away. I want a state championship.
Absolutely.
Here's Hellman. Out past him to Sora.
What a move. There it is. Cut it again.
Oh, what a move. He gets to the outside.
Oh,
the turf monster got him. Oh, my God.
Up.
Poor guy. He did everything right. That move to get back to the outside was incredible.
Now I think we have to give it to him to get in the end zone.
It was turf monster. Oh, man. Okay, we've got about a minute left, so time's not really an issue, but you want to get him the football, obviously. Here he comes.
There he
got to
goes.
get a pitch.
We called it.
He cuts it
Get
back.
In. There, he got it.
He's in. Gianni DeSora. They get the senior a touchdown on senior night.
Agent 0.
Yes, great drive from DeSora and the Panthers. That's going to be 37-6. And, it hasn't always been pretty, but they started the half well and ended the half well. So,
yep.
Boy, I'm really happy for Gianni. He's a fabulous kid and a great athlete. And it's just, you remember stuff like this. So good for him.
Absolutely.
He's been pretty close in the key. He's a kick returner, and he's been pretty close to breaking one. So might be something to watch in the playoffs. Jacobo for the extra point, no problem. 38-6 Panthers with 1 minute to go in the first half.
As we kind of touched on earlier, if I'm watching this game and I'm teams that are entering the playoff, I'm a little nervous with what I just saw in the first half with the passing of the Panthers.
I just think, I've seen Bethel, I've seen Peters, they're both really good. But one of the reasons why they're so well thought of is because DeLucia, Pfeiffer, the way they can throw the ball.
Sure.
I think we can throw the ball like that. just because we don't and we haven't doesn't mean we can't. I didn't forget about what I saw from Ethan Hellman the previous 2 years.
Yes.
Dude is really good. And the other thing I love about Ethan Hellman, if you know anything about him, the kid is stupidly competitive.
Oh, yeah.
And I love guys like that.
Absolutely. I mean, you have so many options with his brother. I mean, just that, like you just touched on, we probably haven't seen half the stuff that Mike has hidden back there.
Yeah, and that's a really, really good problem to have.
Yes.
You know, Mike and his staff have done such a fabulous job this season, and you know, they're going to have a week off to think about it too.
And sitting here being two former USC guys, there's nothing greater than this. Is there? This is what we grew up with, Gavin. Records like this, dominant teams like this. This is Panther football the way we know.
I mean, I think both of us saw our teams go to the stadium 4 years in a row. So,
absolutely.
I mean, it was like you were planning your tailgate at Three River Stadium in October.
That was the greatest day, all day Saturday. And then we would go up to Altoona and watch them in the state before they got to the championship.
Mansion Park.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember the Wilson game. It was like the coldest I've ever been in my life.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember my freshman year, your sophomore year, when we lost in the state finals. That was a great team. I loved that team. Team that beat NA in the Whitfield finals and for the '93 Whitfield championship team. Just a beautiful team.
And we saw John who was the running
John
back?
Ritchie.
John
Oh my
Ritchie.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played
Kerry
for the
Collins.
Raiders. Yeah, the team that the '89 team beat.
Yep.
Mike Wheatley talked about that last week. They're going to
he's
go
going
deep
deep.
again. They got a flag down.
Oh.
Ooh, Caffrey Duplessis almost caught it. I didn't see what the flag was. I don't know if there was pre-snap motion again.
I couldn't see.
You know, it's funny, Mike. The future is so bright for Panther athletics in so many ways. I mean, you have an 8th grader, and I mean, that is like just a freakish class of athletes.
Absolutely. I mean, for the next so many years, I think what's coming through this program of all sports is just going to be unbelievable.
I'm thankful one of those sports is hoops. I'm really excited at what we have. And, but, you know, Mike just mentioned it. Like, I go to all these games. I go to the soccer matches. I go to the baseball games. I want us to win everything.
Personal foul.
You know, we do.
We do.
Chop
I mean,
block.
I went to the volleyball match
Offense,
last week.
number
My first volleyball match. I'm hooked
and
now.
71.
It's fantastic.
Penalties
It's awesome.
half the distance to
Coach
the
Grumba's
goal
doing a
from
great
the previous
job.
spot.
Like I said, I
Replay,
already gave a shout out.
First out.
Go out to that semifinal game. Support those
Absolutely.
girls. Yeah, that's Wednesday night again at Peters Township. It's nice and close. Got the NA team. And they played that NA team in the regular season, and it went 5.
Yep.
It was a really, really good match. It is a winnable
Absolutely.
match. They are the underdog, but not a big underdog.
No.
And you know they'll be ready, Coach Grumba.
Ooh.
Oh, Tim Coulihan gets the Triple Indy reference. I love it. Thank God.
See? And we got Riley Calicay coming back for the girls' hoops.
Oh,
I mean, it's going to be.
They're going to be good. Little screen pass.
Screen.
Here's Taylor. Oh, he cuts to the outside. There goes Taylor. Nice tackle. I'll tell you what, Tarazio saved what could have been a touchdown.
Yes, that was gone if he doesn't get him.
You know, it's crazy, Mike. You know, we've seen so much this regular season in terms of like palpable momentum swings, and I just think the Panthers, because they've played close games, they've played rivalry games, they're just really prepared, in my opinion.
Yeah. And you know, right before going into that Peters game, it was the whole thing. We haven't played anyone. And then they went on that run, and it sure enough convinced a lot of people that it doesn't matter. I mean, they just swept right through those teams like it was nothing.
Yeah, it's funny. Coach Malarkey's he's yapping at us. He said they must have fired security staff if Mike was able to get into the press box.
One of the best.
I'll tell you what, Coach. You may think I'm desperate, but this is a strong partner, man. I mean, you know, but if this game gets bad and out of hands, we're going to tell stories from our Whitfield Golf Championships, and everybody's going to love that.
Those are coming too, Gavin. Yeah. Those are coming too in a few years.
I can't wait to see all those golfers. We'll wait till this play comes. They're going to go down the field again. Durazio's got it. And there's a man loose on the sidelines here. So there's 31 seconds left, but you're deep in Baldwin territory here. So Bobby Fleckenstein, 73, had pressure on the quarterback, and he just sort of hated it.
Yep.
Let's see what we got. Yeah, so Fleck was there, and Banbury blitzed. And, yeah, I mean, just overthrew him a lot.
Now what does Junko do?
My guess is he shows a little more mercy here because it's Mike. Yeah. But maybe first half he figures if he can get another touchdown here, mercy rule, and we can rest everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
And I understand that makes sense to me.
Yeah. He's not trying to rub anything in or anything. I mean.
Well, while Mike's here, I'm going to embarrass him a little bit, but we should really give a shout out to Connor McKenzie, his son, who just finished 12th in the PIAA Individual Golf Championship. 3 under par. Really incredible stuff.
Thank you, Gavin.
That's just a great career from him.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's just amazing stuff. He really did some amazing things here for the Panther Golf Squad. Certainly better than Mike and I ever accomplished in golf.
Absolutely.
But don't worry, because his younger son, Colin, is another one of those 8th graders, and there's some names you will recognize if you follow Whippeal Golf coming.
Oh, yes, there is. Him and his buddy Wes Jones are sitting at our house watching the game. They have a tournament tomorrow, Hurricane Tournament, Totter Ridge, 2-day.
I love Totter Ridge.
It's going to be good. It's going to be a little windy tomorrow. It's playing firm and fast, so we'll see.
Yeah, and you can get in the gorse easily there.
Oh.
For somebody who doesn't drive the ball straight like myself, it's a long day. Here's Hellman on 2nd down. Steps up in the pocket. Got a lot of time. He's got Bryce Jones. That's a touchdown. Little post corner route. And so I think the idea there did make sense. You want to get the mercy rule in play. And how many touchdown passes is that for Ethan? Is that 5? Is that 5 touchdown passes?
Yes. Right.
Well, was the one to Gianni considered a pass because it was a shovel pass?
That's a good question. I would think so if it's a shovel.
I think it is. I'll have to ask the stat guys at halftime. But
I would love to see how many yards Ethan has, too.
Yeah, he's had a huge day. Be really good for his confidence. And the extra point is good. So with 20 seconds to go in the first half, like they like to say, that escalated in a hurry. Mike got here and we just immediately took over. That's karma, guys. That's the way this baby works.
You think we're going to see number 3 in the second half?
There's no question we are. And what I'm excited to see here, honestly, is, and I love to see stuff like this, is, okay, I'm looking forward to a championship this year, but you all like to see the future. Actual game reps in front of the crowd on Friday night is different.
Absolutely.
I've said this a million times in hoops. We'll play a million JV games, but if I can get some of those younger guys varsity reps in front of the big crowds and stuff, it just makes their transformation the next season when they have to do it. They know what it's like.
They've been there. And of course, I'll go to a golf reference, Gavin, but you understand it. The 7-8 guy. Well, I've been scoring, and they get in that match, and their score's a little higher than they thought, right? It's a lot different when you get on under the lights.
Yeah, I mean, I played... my first 2 years, I rarely played a meaningful match. And when I actually had to play a meaningful match, oh, my God. I remember I shot a 50 at South Point in a match, one of my first matches. And I was just, dumbfounded because it was like I'd never played golf before. And I just, couldn't believe it.
But that's easy to do at that golf course.
I understand. That was the first time I'd ever played it. That very local knowledge. But it was such a great lesson for me. I was shooting all of these, 37s and 38s. From when it didn't matter.
Yep.
The minute I get out there and it matters, I'm firing a 50.
Different game. Well, we had our banquet last night. You had a McKenzie, a Shanahan, and a Mastro.
I love that. I love that so much. Shout out to the Shanahan family, my next door neighbors, and of course Anthony Mastro, one of my best friends for a long time, and also on those teams. They're just going to run it into the line here with no timeouts. And looks like Mason Guy, our big number 7, he's going to bring him down. That is going to end the first half. So the Panthers, with a big spurt here at the end of the second quarter, are going to take a 45-6 lead into halftime, and we will see you for the second half.
This is the end of the first half.
Thank you so much.
Upper St. Clair ranks as one of Pennsylvania's top school districts. In addition to rigorous academic offerings, students have endless opportunities to explore and excel in music, the arts, robotics, world language, and athletics. All of the district's 6 schools have been recognized as National Blue Ribbon schools with 13 total awards. Unity, success, and character are the primary pillars of the Upper St. Clair school community.
Good evening. The Baldwin Highlander Marching Band, under the direction of Zachary George and Assistant Director Emery Palmer, is proud to present their 2024 show, Catch Me If You Can, written by Jeff Chambers, featuring hit songs Gangster's Paradise by Coolio, Smooth Criminal by Michael Jackson, and Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. The band is under the direction of field group conductors, drum majors, Marley Murata and Emmett Smurman. Hope you enjoy our show.
Let's give it up once more to the Baldwin High School Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the fourth on the field. Everyone in the white shirts, let's give them some applause. Thank you for joining our musical team. And now, from the fine and performing arts of the Upper St. Clair Township Schools, we present the pride of Upper St. Clair, the Upper St. Clair High School Panther Marching Band. The band is led on the field by drum majors Carly Santel and Liam Moore. The band's 2024 halftime show is entitled Hit Play and opens with the 1988 hit by Bobby Brown, My Prerogative. Drum majors, is your band ready? Next up is a mashup of two tunes. Stevie Wonder's Higher Ground, performed in 1989 by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and the 2022 hit by Harry Styles, Music for a Sushi Restaurant. our show with the Lady Gaga's 2013 hits. This is Applause. Let's give it up for the 24-25 edition of the Pride of Upper St. Clair. The band is under the leadership of Band Director Mr. Nick Deutsch, Assistant Director of Percussion Coordinator Mr. Jesse Rose, Assistant Percussion Coordinator and Front Ensemble Instructor Mr. Jacob Rice, Assistant Percussion Instructors Mr. Kai Stewart and Mr. John Starr. Assistant Band Instructor, Ms. Jordan Chapel. Patriot Guard Coordinator, Mrs. Tammy Lentz. Assistant Patriot Guard Coordinator, Ms. Kate Slagle. Senior Advisor to the band, Mr. Sam Hajo. Thank you all for your ongoing support of the bands and performing arts programs within the schools. Bands, let's give it up one more time for both the Baldwin and Upper St. Clair marching bands. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not have a winner yet for the 50-50 raffle. So once again, it is a white ticket. The winning ticket is 278. 424. I'll repeat one last time. 278 424. If you have that ticket, please head down to the scoreboard area and find your prize. If we do not have a winner for you by the end of the third quarter, we will draw a new ticket. Ladies and gentlemen, here are some halftime scores from outside of Class 1A. At halftime, Mount Vernon leads Baldwin 42-0. At halftime, Franklin Regional leads Armstrong 14-14. And at halftime, Rex start of the third quarter, Greenville leads Chartiers Valley 21-14. In Class 5A, we mentioned that Armstrong was trailing Greenville Regional at 14-14. This is the Big East Conference. Little Hills on top of Kiski at halftime, 14-0. And starting the third quarter, Penn Trafford 17, Latrobe 13. In the Northeast Conference at halftime, Penn Hills 28-0. At halftime, Pine Richland 23, Taylor 3. And finally, in the Allegheny 6 conference matchups, at halftime, Union leads Lafayette 7-0. And also at halftime, between Pierce Township and Double Clark, it's Pierce Township 21, Double Clark 14. Correction, Belleville has just tied it up with Pierce Township.
Hey, we're back again live here at Panther Stadium. The Panthers lead the Baldwin Highlanders 45-6 at halftime. Gavin Williams here with Mike McKenzie. Mike, anything surprise you at all from the first half, or was it kind of what you expected to see?
It was kind of what I expected. Like we kind of talked about, we started off quick with 3 touchdowns, and it was kind of a little bit of a lull, and then boom, another series of them in a row.
Yeah, so it's interesting. My guess is Mike's going to sort of call off the dogs. We're in mercy rule territory, and it's also a scenario where, given what is upcoming, injuries are your death knell at this point.
Absolutely, and we saw Josh warming up on the sideline, so I'm sure we're going to see Josh Schneider coming in. Just let everybody take a load off of Fanning, sit down, relax. Like you said, there's no need to get an injury and cost any kind. Even we had the week off, you still want him fully rested.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun, as we've talked about, to see some of the younger kids. If we keep throwing the ball and such, Josh Schneider is such a wonderful athlete. He's got a tremendous future in this sport and hopefully basketball as well. So I'm going to enjoy watching him play. The other thing is, there's some really good linemen who have not gotten a ton of time this year because of how dominant the line is. When we saw some of them in the first half, they mixed in Chase Kazmarzik, they mixed in Ryan Robbins, and it's, to me, that's another thing. Because you win games on the line of scrimmage. We've seen that all year. To see those guys. So even Will Stoll, who's a 9th grader, played a lot on the offensive line. That's and it's a shame Grady Elias has a broken tibia, or he would probably be out there. He's got a really bright future. So you win games on the line of scrimmage, and I'm sure if you asked this Panther coaching staff, they would be really excited to tell you that Mason Geyer and Reese Perrine are coming back next year.
Yes, absolutely. It's to anchor that line with both Mason and Reese, and then have the younger guys that we talked about. I think they're going to pick up next year where we left off from this year.
Yeah, and that's the hope. Honestly, there's nothing that breeds winning like winning. We've said it a lot that in our basketball program, the group that we had with Chris Pantelis, that group of seniors, really sort of turned things around in terms of the culture and set sort of a standard that a lot of groups followed, and now we've had like 7 or 8 years in a row of doing a lot of winning, and it just takes a group sometimes to really do something special. And I hope that this group of seniors from this Panthers football team is remembered as that group that sort of changed everything.
Absolutely. And it's been fun. I have a senior in Connor, and a lot of his friends are on this field right now, and it's been fun to watch these kids from when they were little to grow up to watching them now, right? And whether it's this or whether it's on the floor with you and your basketball, it's just fun to watch these kids.
All right, so we got a shorter kickoff there, and nice little move there. He's going to get it to the 30. Oh, he's getting to the outside there, but Randy Yann's going to get a hold of him, and along with Drew Sanderson, who cleans it up. So, no harm, no foul there, but Baldwin got a little bit of a scene and got all the way to the 29. Yep. So, by Baldwin standards, the way this game's gone, that's actually pretty good field position.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you think Mike's message at halftime was?
Boy, I have no idea. I think it's hard. I'm a little surprised to see some of the first-team defenders out there. Mason Geyer's out there, Bobby Fleckenstein is out there, and Austin Middleton is out there. Have to admit, I'm a little surprised to see that, but maybe they'll play one series here. Maybe they even requested to play one series. You just never know.
Yeah.
All right, this is the big guy. Up the middle, that's Brown, and he gets absolutely nothing. Middleton has been so stout so far at the point of attack for the Panthers, and no exception there. Good job by him and Bobby Fleckenstein. So let's set the scene here for who we have. So Drew Sanderson, number 10, is getting some time here at the outside linebacker / safety spot. Alex Perenick, number 35, is in at one of the linebacker spots. We got Jake Caceres, the senior, number 41, in at what looks like the other linebacker spot. And we got second in, and this is Brown again. No, they fake it. The quarterback has it, and he's going to get a nice gain. Yeah, about 12 yards. Brought down by Drew Sanderson and Randy Ann, but not before a first down for the Highlanders. Good call. He some good trickery there.
Give it to Baldwin too. I mean, coming out at halftime down 45-6 and getting the ball first and second half, and they're kind of moving a little bit.
Yeah.
And I understand we have some subs in and out, but just the credit on their part of being able to stick through the game.
Oh, absolutely. I've given them a lot of credit for that. Looks like Luca Corey, the 9th grader, number 31, is also in the game here at one of the linebacker spots. Josh Schneider, number 3, the corner. That's the exact same play here. He's going to get to the outside and get about 5 or 6. Caffrey Duplessis, number 5, and along with Drew Sanderson, brings him down. But pretty good gain. That play with Mikelay faking the dive up the middle is working.
And Luca Corey's another one. Now, it was sad when his brother went down. His brother's a phenomenal running back, but Luca is as well. So it's going to be fun to watch him and his brother in those backfields for the next few years for the Panthers.
Yeah, looking forward to getting Dante back.
Yes.
He's a fabulous kid. And like I've mentioned earlier, he has really worked hard to get back.
Yes.
He is worked crazy hard in the weight room. Tristan Hines in the game now, number 33, the sophomore. At one of the interior linebacker spots on 2nd and 5 for the Highlanders. Again, mercy rule here, so a clock will run. They fake up the middle. Yeah. And he gets probably back to the line of scrimmage. That was good pressure from Drew Sanderson, forcing him outside. And Drew's a really good athlete and did a nice job with pursuit there.
He had a couple others just waiting for him on the wall, so there was nowhere for him to go once he got there.
Yeah, Fleck and Guy are both who are very, very tough on the defensive line positions, are very important guys, and so it's you sort of hope, hey, let's not get anybody hurt here.
Right. Let's not be crazy.
All right, 3rd and about, let's say 7. They lost a couple there.
Up the middle.
Yeah, he gets. I don't know if they're trying to set up a 4th down play, but that was not likely to get 7, and Middleton brings him down for a gain of about 2.
Yep.
So this would be about 4th and 5, but it looks like the Highlanders are going to keep their offense out here. Nothing to lose now.
No, I think they're going to be in 4th down territory every possession for them.
The
fake
same
again.
play. Boy, the Panthers are not doing a very good job. They are covering the dive very well, but they're not doing a good job spying the quarterback right now.
They seem to collapse on that dive, and then the quarterback gets on the outside.
They've not been watching Army or Navy film here. So,
when was the last time you saw a fullback in the backfield, guy?
I don't know, but I love this fullback because he is just massive.
Yes.
Yeah, with the spread these days, you just don't see stuff like this very much. All right, they fake it again. Now the other side. Caceres, 41, can't quite get him down. Snyder and Yan bring him down, but not before a gain of about 8 or 9. So Baldwin's got something going here with the I guess it's essentially one of the sort of option type reads where he's just sort of got the option either keep or pull it at the mesh point. He's doing a nice job.
Yeah. You're getting on. I mean, that was the other side. He's been running that to the right all the time. Now we're going to the opposite side.
Yeah, it's not like an RPO. It's just like it's almost like old school triple option stuff. Go watch your Oklahoma films from the 70s. All right, 2nd and 2 here at the Panther 35. This is Dutin. He's going to the outside.
Nothing.
No, very nice pursuit there. Fleckenstein was there along with Nevin Sinioski once again from this middle linebacker spot.
3rd and 3 here for Baldwin.
3rd down. Long one.
Oh, a long one we're going to call it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, this half is going to go ridiculously fast due to the running clock. So, if you want to get as many reps in as you can for your guys, you might want to go a little tempo here. Baldwin might not want that at all. I think the Panthers probably do.
They want to leave it out of the hands of the Panthers, so they're going as slow as they can. Again, he keeps it.
Yep, and he's going to get a first down fairly easily. Gets about, let's say, 5, I think. Panthers pushing back, but not before it's another first down.
He's had every first down to drive for.
Yeah, it reminds me like when Syracuse finally scored last night in the game. They took 10 minutes to do it, and it was kind of like, okay, that stinks that they scored, but they also took 10 minutes off the clock in a college football game, which I didn't even know was possible.
You, of course, were happy for that victory last night.
Oh, I was in a really good mood, yeah. Yeah, I was. Hey, I'm
still nervous about the Clemson game now.
I'm still nervous about every game they play. SMU particularly, that is a really good football team.
Yep.
I'm sure they're leaning in NIL. Those dudes invented that. Here comes the end around on the pitch.
Ooh, good little run.
Yeah, Sakani's been the one thing is they may not have a lot, particularly like on the line of scrimmage or anything, but they do have athletes.
Yep.
Sakani, Taylor, some of those guys have really made a lot of athletic plays. Although I have noticed that Devin Taylor has not played so far in the second half, I don't believe. I haven't seen him. If he's in there, he has not carried the football.
Yeah, he has not touched it. No.
And that's obviously not a good sign for Baldwin, considering everything he did in the first half.
But they seem to be okay so far without him in the second half.
Yeah, they've really got that action working off the option here. So, 2nd and 5. Here's the quarterback again. I'll tell you what, he's a clever runner, man.
I've never seen some cuts. It was almost like a C he made.
Yeah, and things have opened up. Again, you got some second teamers in here, but this is really working.
Yeah.
Not many people have run the ball on the Panthers this year, but second teamers or whatever, and so they you're gonna have to pick it up here.
Yeah.
Will Stoll in the game at the nose here now, number 52, the 9th grader. So 1st and 10 as they enter the red zone. It's the same play again. There he is again.
Wrapped up there.
Yeah, I mean, Sanoski has been really, really tough. He does a nice job spelling Banbury when Ban's getting tired from carrying the ball, and for a sophomore, he really does a good job at that spot.
Now, there's one, Gavin, that you have in basketball, Banbury. That kid loves to win as well. It's phenomenal.
He's just sort of crazy. I mean, I say that in the kindest way possible. There are kids who are competitive, and fortunately a lot of them are down there.
Yep.
He's like next level crazy competitive.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a kid that loves to compete. He's a great kid off away from fields, though. He's very, very kind. Oh, this could be a throw.
Oh,
it's
it is.
Dutin. He's going to throw it. And that's going to be a touchdown. Dutin to Sakani. They ran that play in the first half on the ball that was deflected into the receiver's hands, but that was open, and really nice stuff from Baldwin, showing a little bit of trickery on offense.
Yeah. Moved it down the field pretty well with the same play pretty much every third down. Got the first down, and then a little trickery there to convert the touchdown.
Jaden Dutin, who's a sharpshooting guard on the basketball team, he's not their quarterback, but he's thrown it. I think that's the third time he's thrown it. He really throws it well.
Good use of the athlete, making him throw it on the outside.
I happen to believe that the best thing to do in any given sport is just use your athletes in as many ways as you can use them, and that's one of the things Mike does best.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to go for 2 again. That's the same play, and they're going to score. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing the defensive coaches are going to come in and be like, hey, can we guard that little off-tackle play. Maybe they're going to have to go into a 4 down or something like that to stop it. But so now what we're looking for is the fun part. Got to try to see some of these younger offensive guys and see what they can do, and get to see number 3, Josh Schneider, on the football field, who is very fun to watch.
Now I'm curious if Josh will throw it around a little bit, or we're going to be conservative.
I think he probably will, just because when you get young guys in, they deserve to have the opportunity as well. What so if on the 5A draw here, Mike, any sort of preferences? Obviously they're going to be the first or the second seed, depending on how they want to draw it. Who wouldn't you want to play? Who?
I wouldn't want to play. And it's going to sound obvious, either Bethel or Peters again. I just don't think those are 2 very good teams that you don't want to play again. They've seen what we had the first time, and they're 2 good coaches as well. Not that St. Clair wouldn't be ready. It's just 2 teams I wouldn't want to play again.
Well, I agree. I mean, if you watch those 2 games, you felt like they could have gone either way.
Absolutely.
And it is it's one of those scenarios where, I'm not one of those believers, it's hard to beat a good team twice. I don't believe in any of that stuff. It's just hard to beat a good team.
Right.
Always.
Absolutely.
All right. Ooh, he kicked it right through the gap there. Bryce is going to go back and get it on his own 10. Get a little bit of a head of steam here. Cuts forward. Gets to about the 25, but it looks like a flag's down. Looks like there was a hold in the backfield back there.
Yep.
And Panthers are going to be starting pretty deep in their own zone. Yeah, so blocking the back.
First out.
All right, so the clock is, as we mentioned, is still running, but we're around 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. As we said, it's going to go fast this quarter, so hopefully the Panthers will get some, some reps in here quick for some of their younger guys, and get to see some of the highlights that we have to look forward to in the future here.
Absolutely. And Coach Malarkey, if you're still listening, the running clock in the second half is very good for me because I can sneak back out before security knows I came in.
So as Moon's beating South Fayette 21-0. South Fayette's had a bunch of injuries, and they're struggling. Here's Snyder.
Josh.
Boy, he gets through. He's still going. 25-30. Wow, that's a 20-yard run from Josh Snyder. And if you're wondering why we're talking about Josh Snyder, that is why we're talking about Josh Snyder. Really has great athletic ability and great sort of instinct, sports instinct.
Absolutely. Looking like his uncle, Colin Hawkins, there on the run.
I grew up with Cullen. I grew up in the same neighborhood as Cullen, and I remember when he moved here from Peters, I thought I was like the best athlete in the neighborhood. And then I realized that when compared to a really good athlete, I just wasn't very good. So
you had some good athletes in that neighborhood.
Oh, it was outrageous. But Hawk was. I mean, we would play backyard football, and he was like a cheat code. It was totally unfair.
Absolutely, it was fun to watch.
Yeah, he was. A guy who started in the national championship game for Virginia Tech. So one of the special athletes that have played in this program. Here comes Josh rolling out to his left. They're going to get another flag. It's a shame because he got a big gainer here.
Yep.
Going to be about a 20-yard gain. Yeah, he's a physical kid for a ninth grader, but that's again coming back.
And you talk about too how, he's off the field just how you described with Banbury. Josh is a tremendous kid. He's a phenomenal kid. Every time you see him, he comes right up to you. Hi, Mr. McKenzie.
10 yards from the previous spot.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me laugh because, I've said a million times, Nate Stoll, when he's out there as we come to the end of the third quarter, how just crazy he is on the field. Yeah. But he is just the nicest kid in the world away from sports.
Absolutely he is. He is. He's one of my favorites.
This is the end.
There are kids who are chippy everywhere they go. But,
Oh,
yeah. All right, we're going to see Sweet Caroline as the Panthers celebrate the end of the third quarter. We're back again live here to start the fourth quarter as the clock is already rolling. 45-14, the Panthers lead. They got a long way to go here on the 21.
Josh,
here goes Snyder. Here he goes.
He's gone.
Wow.
What a run.
Unbelievable. Just so athletic. He gets about a gain of 50 yards. And, that's a perfect example. It just looked like a regular sort of fake. The same play Baldwin ran last drive. Fake up the middle, off tackle. But watch the acceleration here. Great block by Shigen Siniawaski again.
And it just kicks it in another gear.
Again, special athlete.
Just got an update. Peters Township has kicked a field goal to take the 24-21 lead.
Wow. Here's Max Ligier. Here he goes to the outside.
He's on the outside.
Oh, that's a nice block from the receiver position. He cuts it in. Anthony Razzo, great block on the outside, and that is going to be a big 32-yard touchdown from the sophomore, Max Ligier, and the Panthers get into the 50s. 51-14.
Wow. What a great cutback by.
Yeah, so if you watch this, Anthony Razzo, number 11, doing a great job blocking, and then look at that cutback to the middle. Reminds you of Evan Taylor from last year, sort of a diminutive guy, but great footwork there.
Same number, too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right, so Ryan Pop, the senior, the captain for tonight's game, adds the extra point. Good for Ryan. And the Panthers extend their lead to 52-14.
Has it been a while since we've scored 50?
It had to be.
Has to be, right?
They could have scored 50, obviously, probably several times this year. But, it's been it's probably been a long time. And, opponent or not a moment too soon because, again, it's like anything else. You want to put things on film and you want to put people on notice.
Yep.
We talk about the same things in basketball. Like, okay, we're playing, so-and-so that isn't very good in the section. But I want to show all the other section teams that, like, we're not going to mess around with this team. We're going to smoke them. We're going to beat them by 40.
Right.
And we give you something to think about. And the Panthers have done that tonight.
Now, how, in the basketball season, Gavin, is anybody going to be able to stop the Robbins brothers?
That's a really good question. Tyler, the only thing I can tell you people, our fans have just been unbelievable. We've had unbelievable crowds. I expected it would be that way this year. You just aren't going to believe how much better he has gotten. That's the only thing I can describe to you. We played North Catholic in a scrimmage last week, and we have a lot of guys hurt. We have a lot of guys missing, obviously, from football, soccer. We did not play well, okay? We won by 18. Tyler had 29, 19, 6, and 5. Hit 2 threes. Like, dude can do it all.
Oh, I can't wait to watch this.
Yeah, he's a beauty. And you want to talk about a great kid. One of the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Great parents as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Robbinses, they have 3 wonderful kids, and I feel like, there's luck involved with your kids, but if all 3 are great kids, you're probably doing something right.
Absolutely.
Particularly since, like, either of my kids could, like, stick their finger in an electric socket tomorrow, and it just wouldn't shock me. So I have no idea how they do it, but kudos to all those St. Clair parents out there. You've raised some great kids, and
absolutely,
I envy you because I have no idea how it's done.
And correction on that, thank you, Michael Mascara, for that. We threw up 60+ on Hempfield. Correction.
Was that last year?
Michael, was that last year?
It's very. I mean, anybody would know. Mike would know. Oh, nice play from Caceres. He couldn't quite bring him down. It could have been a hold, but Luca Corey finishes the deal there. Hopefully Mike didn't hear me earlier bitching about his nephew. Sorry, Mike. You should have used your Panther powers and gotten Joey to play in my backcourt. I'd probably have at least one more WPIAL championship. I needed that. I love Joey Mascara. I heard he just got married. I heard he's got a young one, and I love Joey.
Beautiful.
Joey's just the greatest. I would have
another great family.
Yeah, I would have
solid.
I just
family.
wanted to coach him so badly. He played like kind of like Julian plays,
sure.
Like just those kids
Scrappy.
That you wish you had.
Oh yeah,
just totally fearless.
The athlete being an athlete, as you said.
Oh, we scored 62 on Hampton. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that game.
Hampton.
I blocked that out because
he corrected that.
That game should have been played. My mom just commented they all learned it in nursery school. My mom taught like every one of these kids in nursery school. Well, my mom's the only one who can get my 4-year-old to do the right thing, so she's obviously knows something about parenting that I don't.
No, the grandmothers always take pride in that. Speaking of that, my mother-in-law, Pat Newcamp, who's watching tonight, I'd like to take a shout-out to her. And my father-in-law, Phil.
Yeah, hello to the Newcamps, just one of the great American families. They've been instrumental in my upbringing, thankfully. Taught me all about etiquette and golf and did not let me embarrass myself when I embarrass myself in every other context.
Saved me a lot of money on golf lessons, I'll tell you that.
Well, something's working with those kids. Nice play at the line of scrimmage there. Really strong stuff. So they've adjusted here. They've tried to run some of that off-tackle stuff, and Will Stoll and Anthony Bunn, the sophomore, whose dad, if you've followed Panther football for a long time, Bobby Bunn was an absolute monster, class of 97, played at Dartmouth. But Bobby Bunn, the guys we've described who were just mean on the field, Bobby Bunn was mean on the field.
Absolutely.
And he's got some really athletic kids. Anthony's a sophomore. He's already a really good player. And his son, Sammy, in the 8th grade is a really good athlete. So you'll be seeing from the Bunn family for a while here, I think. All right, 4th and 11. This has been fun seeing some of these other guys, and Anthony Bunn and Ryan Robbins, the 2 sophomores, in on the defensive line, doing a really good job this series. They're going to throw it. Oh, it's a blitz. It's Luca Corey.
Pressure.
Can Bunn get him? He can't get him. They're going to try to get through. Oh, big stick. Who is that, Caceres?
Can't. Yep.
Jake Caceres, the senior. What a stick.
Wow.
Yeah, so Jake Caceres is another hooper. Really good athlete, but he is afraid of absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, nice. I got eyes everywhere here. One of my big supporters here, class of 1993, Ali Economos Paradise, is telling me BP leads 28-24 over Peters Township.
Clancy Ori on the score for that. I just got that update there as well.
Yeah, see, that's how this topic started. More Panthers who should be Panthers.
Yes, absolutely. Pat Ori gave us that update, another St. Clair alum.
If you put Clancy Ori on the St. Clair team, it's kind of like if Bradley Gompers was playing for our hoop team.
There's another one.
Yeah, he's even worse because he's a Central Catholic guy. He's in our neighborhood. Here comes Snyder. Nice little fake.
Nice fake.
He's going to try to get to the outside. He will get to the outside. Gets to about the 25 inside to about the 24. 10-yard gain for Josh. Nice run.
Nice run again. Can you imagine having Clancy on one side and Nate on the other?
I mean, it's look, this team's great. They're good enough, but like you think about stuff like this.
Absolutely.
But frankly, if it were up to me, I would just be creating these all-star teams of people I played against and people I played with. Just because I have some sort of relationship with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 5:18 to go here. Panthers driving once again. This will be 2nd and about 1 here. Snyder has it. He's rolling out. Corey, nice block from Luca. Going to get another guy. I mean, he just makes it look so easy.
Flag down, too.
Is that going to be a face mask? I didn't see it.
I couldn't tell. He threw it before Josh went down, so I don't know if it was a face mask.
Looks like another block down the field. Our receivers have blocked so well this year that I feel like they're getting...
There it is.
Holding.
Yeah.
Offense, number 29.
Yeah.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Result of the play is a first down.
Yeah, they're still going to get the first down because the block was way down the field.
Yep.
But, our receivers do an unbelievable job blocking. I mean, I think Charlie Bywalski's one of the better blocking receivers I've seen.
Yes.
And when you have a team that runs the ball as much as the Panthers do, that's a huge advantage.
You have to be able to block.
And it's a selfless thing to do. All receivers want the ball.
Right.
All right, so time is still ticking here, but it's going to be a first down here.
See
Snyder
if we release the hand.
No, this is Littlejohn again. Ball's in motion. He's got some room. The senior does. Nice block. Gets to the 10.
Nice
cuts it back. Ooh, he gets to the 4. Noah Littlejohn, the captain today, number 19, does a really nice job.
Let's see if we get him to punch it in.
Somebody's down. It's a Highlander down on the near sideline. That's the only thing that stops the clock in this.
Yep.
At this stage.
So now, you've dealt with it in basketball, Gavin. Now the Panthers are going to go, and we're going to get a week off. Would you rather go right into it, or would you rather wait that week?
I'm thankful you asked me this question because my wife asked me this question earlier. My wife was a college soccer player, a very good one. She hated buys. And the answer to me is this is the only sport I would probably prefer a bye just because the physicality and the toll it takes to play every single week for 9 or 10.
Yeah.
I think resting the body, getting in the weight room, getting to feel good is better than any sort of like timing you might lose based upon a bye week. So my answer is, in football, yes, I would rather have a bye week. In hoops or something like that, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I want to keep flowing.
You want to go right in.
Yeah, guys are confident with their shot, their handle, everything like that. I think football's a little bit of a different animal.
The good thing, though, so far about the season is the weather. We've been blessed with this warm weather. So, as they're beat up, it could be worse, especially in some of those cold games. So
that's totally incredible, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Panthers first and goal. Josh in shotgun.
Oh, it's pitched. Corey drops it. They call that a forward pass.
We're on the field. It's an incomplete forward pass. Second out.
So Bethel Park just recovered a fumble here. Wow, this is crazy.
Do we know how much time is left in that game?
About 6 minutes. I'm getting all kinds of updates here.
So now
the media's all there too.
Oh,
that's why we put up 62 on Hampton. 3 minutes left here. Second and goal from the 3. This is Luca Corey.
Cuts it out.
Beautiful cut. He's going to get in.
Nice run, Luca. The freshman.
Yeah, the second team offenses look really good, which we kind of expected. But look at Nico DeRazio. He's like, "Oh, I'm not done because I got to go in and sprint to hold."
And that's fantastic to see. Sprinted right out.
Well, again, just a dynamite kid.
Absolutely.
Another kid with a good athlete, younger brother.
Absolutely.
In that stacked 8th grade class. All right. Here comes Ryan Pop on for his second extra point. Snap is true. Hold is good. Kick is...
Did it sneak over? Yes,
it did. We're not in a great angle to tell if field goals are going in, so I apologize, but nice kick.
One thing we didn't take in consideration with this beautiful press box, a little different angle, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's an embarrassment up here in terms of how nice it is, but I guess it can't be perfect. Let's say some thank yous. This is our last regular season football game. Hopefully we'll get to televise a playoff game, but no guarantees. First, thank you to the JRM production folks from the production, camera, all the videos and stuff they do, the graphics. Absolutely an incredible team. Feel very, very blessed to be working with them all season. They just, you can see why they're winning Emmys and doing things that they do. They are outstanding at what they do, and I thank them. Want to thank our Upper St. Clair Tech team. A lot of them are not here today, but Ray and Paul are here. I think Todd doesn't want to hang out with me anymore because this is like 3 games in a row. He's just totally not come up here. So, Todd, if ever you're paying attention, man, what I do. And Michael, I don't think is here tonight, but they're fabulous, and I'm thankful for them as well. All right, kickoff is short and low. Wow.
Well, Gavin, I can speak for all the people that always listen. We want to thank you for what you do in putting us on, and everyone else behind the scenes.
Mike,
we do appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
It's fantastic.
I appreciate you bailing me out tonight, first of all.
Absolutely.
But look, this is a blessing. People act like I'm putting on some sort of act when I talk about how much I love the township and the community and the kids and the people. It's not. And the reason it's not an act is because it's done things for me that I will never be able to repay in terms of the education I got and how much more prepared I was in college, how much I wasn't in a good place in my life when I started coaching, and all of these people gave to me and really saved my life in many ways. So yeah, I mean, it's all genuine. I love this place.
Oh, and absolutely, Gavin, you've done so much for the township, and like you said, this township did so much for us as younger guys.
It did. I will never leave here.
No.
Oh, they're doing the same thing. Oh, it's a throwback.
Trickery. Oh, he might get. Oh,
Snyder tried to light him up. He just missed.
Josh just missed.
I love that call.
Oh yeah, that was not. I mean, there's a minute in the game, and Baldwin's still playing a little trickery.
Yeah, Ethan Blau was not fooled. He did a really nice job on coverage there. But it's a first down. By the way, Davey Pantelis is putting on a show tonight for Yale. He's already made like 3 highlight catches.
Oh, speaking of athletes.
They're going to throw him again. There's my man Dutine.
Is he going to take it?
He throws it going. Oh, that's almost picked off. I can't tell. Is that Noah Lilja? No, Ryan Hines. Nice coverage.
Another classic one. Ryan Hines.
Yeah, great kid. And again, we've talked about this. You love to see seniors getting to show off a little bit.
Right.
Just because they aren't playing a ton on an unbelievably good football team doesn't mean they're not good football players.
Absolutely.
All right, the big guy, Brown, up the middle. He's got a head of steam.
Big
man.
fella.
Hines with another stick. He's like, do you really want to meet the 250-pound kid in the hole? And Ryan Hines, who's just kind of a thin guy, said, heck yeah. And that is our final. Wow. So on the final game of the regular season, 59-14 Panthers defeat the Highlanders and Upper St. Clair 10-0, 5-0 in the conference, an undefeated conference championship season. And Mikey, like we talked about, banners fly forever. And call me nostalgic, call me whatever. I still go into school and look at numbers we put up. And I tell these kids this all the time: banners fly forever.
Absolutely.
When our 2024 goes up for basketball from last year, I'm going to take a picture of that because
that's a special moment.
Absolutely. And Brett Miner and Christian Ito told me they can't wait to come back and see that banner.
It's like Gavin at a country club. It's like when you win something, you get your name on the wood. You get on the wood of the country club. You're in a banner in the gym.
So Bethel Park had a field goal blocked here. And Peters Township is going to take over again with the football, but in
4 minutes and 48 seconds left. The block was McCullough.
Boy, he's done absolutely everything. The first 3 touchdowns. Comes by it naturally. And yes. I'm not talking about Gary either. As good as his dad was, his mom's arguably the greatest basketball player in Kent State history.
Yes.
So they're not watching the broadcast because they're at that football game. But yes, shout out to the McCulloughs, Gary and Don. Great friends. Oh, and a shout out to my main man, Sam David. Sam David, who's, you ought to see the way he keeps our basketball court. I say this all the time. Sam's recovering from knee surgery, but we'll go to play at like Hempfield or something, and the JV team will be slipping and stuff, and our kids will come back to the sidelines and be like, this is not a Sam David approved court. I love it. It makes me laugh. Sam's a great friend, and he's just the best. I can't wait. I hope you're healing up, Sam. We need you back at the school. I need someone to talk to during practice when I'm supposed to be running drills.
Sam and the Davids grew up the street from me. I used to play pig when I was 5 years old with Joey David.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's not one you're going to win very often.
No.
So they're rocking the alma mater right now. What we're going to have here is we're probably going to have a post-game interview. I believe Lily will be down there at some point getting our player of the game, which I believe will be our quarterback, Ethan Hellman.
Fantastic.
But in the interim, so Mike, when we talk about playoffs, so what I'm told is they're going to have a bye. The first 4 teams get a bye, and then you're going to host a quarterfinal game. So, and the likely scenarios here so far is Panthers are either going to be the 1 or the 2 seed, depending on what they do with Pine Richland, and then the 3 and the 4 are going to be the winner of the Peters Township Bethel game and Woodland Hills. They, whatever the seeding is going to be in the 5 will probably be one of Bethel Park or Peters, whoever loses that game, or Penn Hills.
Yes.
So if you're the 1 seed or the 2 seed, it doesn't matter. The road is going to be difficult. The other teams, Penn Trafford, solid. Franklin Regional, we saw them here. Despite it being not a real competitive game, that's a good football team. So regardless, it's kind of like the basketball playoffs. When you get a bye, your first game is going to be a tough one. There's no, you're not going to roll somebody in the first round.
No. And then as you get further along, it gets harder.
Yeah, especially in 5A.
Yes.
5A has been, the cool thing about our conference this year is it's sort of giving you a sense of the gauntlet that you're going to need to win 5A.
Absolutely. And to run through that gauntlet again is going to be a challenge, but I know that Coach Junko will have these boys ready to go. I know they're excited.
Yeah, and the one thing about missing out on the playoffs last year, regardless of whether it was deserved or not, is you're going to have a hungry group. Having kids that took a year off from the playoffs and haven't gotten to really experience what that is all about, they are going to be super hungry and super motivated. And I've given the coaching staff a ton of credit. They have done such a great job of focusing on the failures last year. Instead of saying, we got a raw deal, we should have been in the playoff. They said, no, we finished 4th in the conference. We had control. Something happened that we had control of, and that was the exact way to handle it. And I applaud Coach Junko tremendously for doing that because the kids have rallied around it.
And like you said,
okay, Lily Peters is down on the field for our post-game interview with our player of the game. Thank you, Lily.
Yeah, Ethan, you're our player of the game, and you had a thumb injury week 5. How were you able to overcome this and just continue to be a great offensive leader and playmaker?
It's just a push to play for my teammates. It's not about me, it's about all my teammates. I went to the doctor and as long as I could play, I was fine with it. So they gave me a little brace, and I was able to play through it, and I do it for my teammates.
Yeah, you made some great deep passes today. I talked to Coach a lot about your pass game because I know it was a struggle to get that pass game going throughout the season. How do you feel like today you were able to get that momentum moving through the pass game?
We were expected to pass a lot this game, and it was just to get the momentum going. Our run in the playoffs is going to be a big run, so we have to get that figured out, and that's what we did tonight.
Yeah, last year you didn't make the playoffs. You had to stay home.
Yeah.
This year you're going in undefeated. What is the difference between last year and this year?
I just think the way we went out last year was was upsetting. We didn't feel like it was right. So this year we're coming for it all, and we want to get our get back.
And what are your goals going into this week off and just going into the postseason? Are you going to carry this momentum, this dominant offensive momentum going?
Just stay focused and next week mentality.
Perfect. Well, good luck. Thank you, Gavin.
All right, happy for our junior quarterback Ethan Hellman. He was marvelous tonight, and I think it's just going to be good from good for his confidence going forward because of we've not thrown the ball that much, and he's showing that if the game plan is going to be Ethan Hellman in the air, we can do it.
Give me the ball, I'm ready, absolutely. And I think that was tremendous that we came out throwing, just like you said, to give him the confidence, to get him rolling a little bit. Now we go into a bye week where he can keep it going, get a little healthy, and we move.
All right, well, it's been an unbelievably fun season, one of the most fun ones on record. Mike McKenzie, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. For Mike McKenzie, this is Gavin Williams signing off. Hopefully we'll be hosting a playoff game. But good night.
Absolutely. Thank you, Gavin.